everybody. Welcome here. Welcome. Still Merry Christmas. We are still within the great day of December 25th, which is Christmas Day in America. At least still in the Eastern Time Zone, but it's 5 minutes after 11 in the Eastern Time Zone, so we are getting ready to exit it. And then we will be off into another day. And then we'll have another whole year to wait for another Christmas Day to come around. So, hey, go figure. Let's have fun tonight. We're going to send out this 2023 Christmas Day with a bang. Well, with a great assortment of characters that we have here. Quite an eclectic blend of people, I will think, and personalities. We had the quiet, mischievous little smart Southern one there. We got the wild, outspoken Midwestern chick herself, and then the quiet band guy from up north. So, guys, what comes up comes out tonight, and you never know. We're all over the place with this diverse panel that we have with us tonight. So let me bring them all in no particular order. Let me bring in one person that I have actually met on this. This person hunted us down and said, hey, you want a tour of the Black Hills of Custer State Park and Crazy Horse, and of course was not a liar about food. The Native American tacos, and a great tour guide herself. If you ever get a chance, look her up and let her show you around. You will learn more than any paid guide up in those areas. It's the great Eagle Rider. Hey, Eagle Rider.
Thank you. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing tonight?
I'm getting along. I see Perry had figured out who you were talking about in chat. Look at his comment.
Oh, the sandwich wench? Yes. I think I've seen you call yourself. Why do you? Is it because you like to make sandwiches for your husband?
Okay, this started in the end of 19, actually.
Oh, 2019? Okay.
I was on a stream and my husband decided he was going to be really cheeky. So he covered a tray in all kinds of sandwich makings, came in and held it under the camera while I was on stream and went, I'm hungry without you. That's where it started. So weeks later, my friends have been trolling me with it for nonstop, and I tried to do a chill stream, and these guys would not let off all the sandwich jokes and all the toxic jokes until about 3 hours into the stream, I renamed it the Toxic Male Sandwich and Sex Stream.
Wow.
Which still is my stream that has had the most views of any stream ever, and almost all of them watched the entire 4.5 hours. It was almost 700 views by the time I privatized it.
Wow, that's a heck of a stream. 4.5 hours and 700. Wow, that's crazy.
It was because not just that I had a lot of viewers when it was going on, but they kept coming back to it and rewatching it.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, that's a good stream though. If the stream keeps bringing them back, it is definitely crazy. So
the only reason I privatized it is because I have more family and more family-friendly people watching my channel now for the animal stuff. I don't really want to.
No, I understand it's a delicate balance because see, this show we try to kind of do a balance of things, but hey, let's like Fortnights we call it After Dark, and in that case it's like tell everybody, hey, what comes up. Definitely we're unfiltered on those, so. But I understand that with getting that balance too. So exactly. Well, let me go on to the southern lass, the country girl herself. You know, very mysterious, very quiet. We're getting to know this person a lot more these days. Hopefully, get to meet this person in January. Actually, maybe if things work out. It's the great Ashy Slashy.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you, Ashy?
I am good. How about you guys?
Doing not too bad. You know what's funny? What's funny is that Mrs. realized the other day when I told her she was following the wrong person on Twitter. It was that big famous one. It was like, I looked at her. It's like, that's not the right avatar. She's like, it's not. But hey, so how did you get your name? Handle Ashy Slashy, Ashy.
Well, I'm a huge horror movie buff. I come from the PlayStation days, so like my old gamer tag was like my real first name and like a child of mine's name put together kind of thing. And when I started like posting clips and stuff, my friend was like, "You should probably change that since it has your real name." And I was like, "Okay, well, I got to come up with something." So I didn't think of anything, but I, like I said, I'm a huge horror movie buff. So we were just watching the Evil Dead, Ash versus Evil Dead, which is a TV show,
right?
And his nickname is Ashy Slashy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I got it.
Oh, and that's the
kind of
there's that one account out there that the missus apparently was. I actually, the thing is, I will say, it kind of got me too for the longest time. Because I'm like, and it's still to this day, I cannot just find you. I might as well type your whole thing in,
Well, you won't see any variation. So Twitter has me exactly how my name is here. Yeah. YouTube has my name exactly here, that kind of thing. I didn't vary it from how I've wrote it or spelled it or whatever.
Well, the funny thing is, it's like, I mean, it's hard enough to find an Eagle Rider sometime. But yours, I have to literally type in the whole thing, the 427. It does, a lot of times it will sort of give it to you halfway or give you options.
Mm-hmm.
Like I finally figured out how to get JT Kirk's.
I'm surprised you're not having that issue with mine because I know I'm shadow banned. Most people can't search me at all.
Really?
It's kind of weird out there. So like Ashley, I might as well have to type your whole name in.
Well, also with crazy, Twitter told me they were shadow banning me. I actually got a notification saying it.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's crazy. Hey, admitting it. Well, folks, we got 13 people here, 12 on the YouTube side, 1 on the Twitch side. So make sure you follow us on Twitch. Subscribe, hit that like button here. We want one more sub to get to 530 tonight. Yay. Hopefully, if you haven't been subbed, if you're not subbed, please sub. If you have, make sure that you still are. And with that, I'm going to bring in the band guy. You've known him from Buck Rogers, from Battlestar Galactica, and from some sports crap we've had around here, because I know a lot of people don't like the sports talk, but hey, it's what I like. It's a great, well-rounded, not just a band nerd, well-rounded guy, JT Kirk. Howdy, Captain.
Hail. Merry Christmas.
What's up, JT?
Hey, great to see you.
Yeah, Eagle Rider. Have you met JT?
It's been a while. Hey, Ashley.
Okay, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been on a stream before.
And have you met Ashley before?
Yeah.
I don't know. Mm-hmm. I don't remember Ashley for sure.
No, I've never met Eagle Rider before. This is the first time I've been in a thing with her.
But I don't bite. At least not girls.
Not hard.
Not hard.
Not
and
girls.
good evening to everyone in the chat. It's good to see some familiar faces.
I'm too straight to bite you, but
I'm straight to him. Don't you worry.
Well, JT, how has your Christmas day been?
Oh, it was great. I got a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. So, 3-year-old's old enough now to understand what opening presents is all about. So
I'm going to jump to this though real quick. JT Kirk is better than actual Kirk. How about that?
Oh, no. But I'm flattered, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, seeing the 2 little ones having a blast on Christmas was what it was all about for me. So that was great. Got a couple nice things myself. So that was fun. And I saw Rebel Moon, that new Zack Snyder abomination of a movie. We could talk about it later if you want.
I have no clue. I've only seen the public reactions.
I don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
So people are calling it adult Star Wars. Critical Drinkers Review pointed out all the points were ripped off of Star Wars, but it's a Netflix movie that they want to turn into an IP and make 50 million movies and 20 spin-off TV shows and all the rest. Yeah, CLS Studio said he got 40 minutes in.
Yeah.
We lost Ashley for a second there.
For a second, yeah. Well, yeah.
I'll say this.
About it. Yeah.
I won't spoil it. We could talk about it more later. I fell asleep in the middle of some kind of fight scene for about 20 minutes, and I woke back up and I didn't miss anything.
That's not good when you fall asleep in the middle of a fight scene. So
I was going to say you fell asleep in a fight scene. How?
Well, that's how much you care. I mean, I got more than 40 minutes in. I actually saw the ending.
Really
I saw the ending such as it was. So I made it farther than CLS did.
Well,
If anybody knows Princess Fiona, she was commenting on Twitter, and people were saying they made it like 10 minutes in
Okay,
before
so
they shut it off.
let's
before we
compare
go
it
to
Disney Wars and see how far.
well, before we go too much further, let me go ahead and greet the chat. We got 8 people now. Hey, hopefully some of y'all are still lurking. You hadn't run off yet, but hey, folks, Corey Cochran's here. First off, what up? Good to see you, Corey. Glad to have you. Buddy Hepburn, the great Buddy Hepburn, folks, is here. Howdy, and hope you and your family have had a great day, and y'all have had a great Christmas out there on the West Coast. Parrot Head comes in throwing the sandwiches around. You can call him the sandwich maker, though, because if he's throwing them out there. CLS Studio, Merry Christmas. God bless you too. Thank
Merry
you for
Christmas.
being here. Lemon Pie. Hey, Lemon Pie. Good to see you. Caden, good to see you again. It's been a while, but hey, we're just coming in to party a little bit and hang out on a Christmas night, share some stories from today, maybe some funny memes, maybe some Rebel Moon, and maybe something that happened with us tonight. So, hey, yes. All right. So, anyway.
Can I be a little self-fragatory and just enjoy?
Go ahead, real quick.
About me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw out, the 29th is my birthday.
Yeah. So
and all the people in chat who know me, I want gifts. I mean,
I think the missus is thinking about that down the road now that she's streaming and that Throne account and the Ko-fi. Yeah, it's like have a birthday stream.
And I've actually gotten several gifts on Throne.
My missus has gotten a few too. It's really a great thing because they can give it to you anonymously and everything.
And they take care of everything, and it's really easy. I'm starting to really love Throne.
Exactly. And Corey's over on the other side, on the Twitch side too. Hey, we're on both sides, Twitch and YouTube. Like I said earlier, make sure follow me on Twitch. Subscribe here. We're at 529 subs tonight. Hit that like button. Let's get that 530 sub tonight. It'd be really, really awesome if we did. Let's see where to say. Yeah, JT Kurt. Yeah, see us. Yeah, saying hi to you. Jeremy 5. Hey, Jeremy, good to see you tonight. How are you doing? So, I guess he's asking, isn't that first stream you were talking about where the roast beef meme made its first appearance?
No, you started sending me that meme not long after it, though. That first stream was before I knew you, actually.
All right. And happy day of boxing for those GMT -4 or earlier. Make sure I do not miss anybody.
It's the way the language wants to be with kids these days. I'm just trying to reach everybody, Dad, man.
There you go. All right, trying to be hip and cool. All right.
Yeah.
CLS Studio, you got 40 minutes in on Rebel Mood and shut it off. Wow, there you go. But hey, JT, at least you had a nap. That's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, and I think that's everybody I've gotten in the chat so far tonight. All right.
I was just gonna say,
there you go.
He's trying to get back.
Yes, you are, Corey. You're here every time. We appreciate
far
it.
Away from the young folks in age, right? I'm all young looking.
Oh, CLS is now Kirk. You made him remember that. So,
yeah, I said, you're really going to put me in a tough spot if you're going to say Rebel Moon is better or worse than Star Trek Discovery. That's the territory you're in if you watch this thing.
Yeah, I give that same comparison when I said Disney Wars. I put those together, so I try to pretend that Discovery doesn't exist, so I don't feel like giving myself freaking dental work without Novocaine just to get rid of the taste. Anyway.
All right. Yep. So, Parrot Head said it's hip to be square. So hey, with 9 great people here with us through that. Yep. Okay, JT, if you help Ashley with that, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So hey, let's start out with a nice little funny meme. Shall we do it? Since we've gotten through the chat, we've gotten everybody here. Feel free, share it out, share the stream out, tell your friends, neighbors, everybody else. Bring them in here tonight. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with this tonight. I'm amazed every time I turn around. You guys in this channel, have been a great support. And like tonight, I was wanting to come live, but I wasn't sure who I'd call on. But hey, 3 great friends come out of the woodwork, and they come in big time.
Your message asking if I wanted to go live with you tonight was literally about half an hour after I got all my bad news, and I was trying to figure out what to do to de-stress. So you were kind of a godsend, actually, in that.
Thank you. I hadn't even looked at Twitter, and I know you like coming on. I know that we always have fun. So, but thank you for being available. And hey, like I said, we're going to get our mind off some stuff tonight. We're going to have some fun.
I'm all young and sweet and innocent, so I won't say anything bad. I swear, because I'm so innocent.
That's okay. I might be the one corrupting you tonight because I'm kind of salty a little bit. So hey,
I'm so innocent and fresh faced, right?
Oh, you stop with that look. You got that little hands under your chin. Of course, then you got the dress your husband likes. So it's kind of like you. It's so funny.
Well, hopefully you like it too. I mean,
by the way, we have now hit 530 subscribers. So thank you to whoever subbed tonight.
yay!
Thank you.
One thing about Dadman,
Congrats.
even rounded numbers are his thing.
I like things that are nice and rounded.
Oh, I would like really rounded. Sometimes oblong, but I'll take it. Yeah, but it's oh gosh, nice and firm, little squishy, round stem. But hey, we're good.
We're talking about numbers still,
numbers.
right?
I know.
What are we talking about?
A good accountant likes squeezy numbers, because you can make it. Hey, Mr. Eagle Rider, hello. Oh, hello. Tell him hello for us, please. We just got to say hello to Mr. Eagle Rider.
They say hi.
Hey, there you go.
Hi, you're really good at making that motion with your hand. I wonder why. Go ahead.
Yeah, Corey,
Now it's going.
today I think it's a 39.5-foot pole.
Yeah.
Christmas the Grinch. Yeah, I got the dad jokes. Actually, Dadman, I requested
Parrot Head. Oh, sorry, Parrot Head. Thank you. He's 539. Parrot Head. Thank you. I don't often get the notifications because of security. I don't understand how it does it, but I was told Parrot Head just subscribed 10 minutes ago. So thank you very much. So, okay, go ahead, JT. Sorry about that.
So, no problem. So you know how I love me some dad jokes. Requested and received for Christmas a calendar with a dad joke every single day of the year.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So yeah, if we ever get into the dad jokes on this show, I'm never going to be short of material.
Absolutely, we look forward.
God, no.
What?
Not that I need to look at anything for dad jokes, right?
I know it's a natural talent for some of us.
Right.
Now, CLS Studio said, anyone else not get snow?
Nope. So
No.
something else.
No, it just rained all day today.
Yeah, it was 51 here, which I don't know what that is in Celsius. I think it's like 15 or something. It was warm. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a little jury this morning.
There's no
bit in the
snow
afternoon,
here.
but it's what?
There's no snow here, but my mom's getting hammered with snow.
Well, it's like the one year for Christmas. There was a Christmas, and feel free, guys. What I wanted to do tonight was share some Christmas memes and some Christmas thoughts and ideas, kind of like what may have happened today, or not necessarily just today. Some of your previous Christmas memories. There was a time about 10 years ago. The girls were younger, and Mrs. and I, we went up to Cincinnati. Wife prepared for snow. Be careful of this. Have all this blah 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 blah. And we got up there. It never even came close to snowing. And it was like, what? It's so crazy that it was frustrating that we didn't get snow up there. I wanted it, but instead we got the coldest was a lot of rain in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and it was really really cold. So CLS Studio is saying it's 58 where they are, and of course today didn't feel like Christmas. I mean, we had decorations, but I'm thankful for my presents and Jesus' birthday. Absolutely.
I think the older you get, the less you feel that spark that you used to. But I mean, as long as you see the kids still enjoying it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Well, and I was pointing out to CLS that in Australia, where our dear friend Hungry Boy hails, is hot because it's summertime down under right now. So,
well, I tell you what,
warm.
But still, JT, you don't have to go down there to get it because we've had like 85 degrees.
Oh, well, yeah,
in Florida, and it's like, oh, is it Christmas? Is it really Christmas? Like,
The coldest I've ever had it in Florida was like 60 when I went there in February for a family reunion like 12 years ago.
Let me tell you, I lived in New York City in Queens for a few years, and there was one Christmas we had to turn the window AC on because it was so hot outside.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is crazy.
But Dadman, you're further in the north in Florida, so you can actually kind of get more than one climate.
Oh yeah,
right?
It's
I'm
like
talking like down in Orlando area.
Well, like Jeff Dunham called it once he was where we are, and it's like Florida, the bipolar state, because it was crazy. So it was like insane what happened that year. I'm actually looking at something really quickly.
I was gonna say, I remember one Christmas because I grew up in a mountain area where extreme hot and extreme cold are very common things, and you never know which is gonna do when. And I remember one year my birthday was freaking green and almost 80 degrees, which again, my birthday's in a few days. And 6 months later, mid-June, my brother's birthday, we had a blizzard.
Wow. Really?
Well, I lived growing up, gosh, in the Great Lakes region. It's very common to get lake effect snow this time of year. And I've definitely had Christmases where it's green and 50 and then, 10 degrees and 2 feet of snow. And growing up, we didn't have neighbors behind us, but we did have a valley. And so you could take sleds and go sledding back there. So we had, immediate access. That was really cool. And one Christmas, my sister and I both got our own sleds. So, it was probably $8 at Walmart or whatever, but it was the coolest gift we ever had that year, So fond memories of those sleds too. So, you get all types of Christmas.
Put your eye out with that, kid. So I was actually looking at something real quick.
They used to actually make those in my general area like 100 years ago up here before it shifted all to Mexico, like back in the 50s, I think.
So what are the type of cold Christmases that y'all have ever had? Do y'all remember like some of the really, really cold ones?
I remember being snowed into my aunt's place all the way from 2 days before Christmas until into the next year. And then to spend Christmas and my birthday with her horrible ex-husband. Thank God he's an ex now. But we did make a lot of fun in the family, mostly at his expense because nobody liked him. But it was literally, we were there visiting do some Christmas stuff a couple days before Christmas for them. And it hit so fast. We couldn't even get ourselves out the door before you couldn't see and there were no roads open. And a few hours later, the door was buried. There was no way out. So it was cold would be a nice statement because most of that trailer was completely underneath snow.
Wow. That is something. Yeah, we that just can't be right. I'm actually back in 1983 we had a low of 11 on Christmas Day. And there was a football game I went to with Florida and Iowa, and it had to be colder than 31 degrees. Yeah, it was like, it was like.
No, I hate Hawkeyes. I have a bitter hatred with them because I live in Iowa and they're the biggest jerks on the planet. Their whole sports team fans.
Really?
All of them. They're the most arrogant pricks I've ever met is the Hawkeye fans.
That bad, eh?
I can actually predict to over 95% accuracy what drivers will do and how big of jerks they'll be based on if they have Hawkeye merch on their vehicle.
Really? That
bad.
Something.
I never got that being up here, but usually when they come to Spartan Stadium, they lose. So it's never that big
jerks when you get out of the team. I'm not a sports ball person. I just hate Hawkeyes as people.
Oh, come now. There's some nice ones. Nice ones.
No, there really aren't.
There's even some nice Ohio State fans out there, believe it or not.
That's something coming from JT Kirk.
But Dadman, so for us, like Michigan, it's kind of funny. Great Lakes region, you can get a lot of snow. Kind of like Buffalo can get a lot of snow, but it depends on how far north you are. Is when winter really starts to kick in.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in the Upper Peninsula, they regularly get 120 inches of snow and have it be a light year of snow. And they'll start getting heavy snow by Thanksgiving, depending on the year. They're kind of like Superior, Wisconsin, Duluth, Minnesota in that respect. But the further south you get, like the bottom half of the Lower Peninsula, even by Christmas, a lot of time, you're not really getting the heavy snow. You'll start getting dumped on snow in the bitter cold in January. And we're talking, single digits, negative temps, that kind of thing. So it really depends on where you are. And if you're on the west side of the state, within maybe 50 miles of Lake Michigan, you'll get way, way, way more snow than anybody further east in the state generally. Gotcha. You'll get the rare, off a Lake Huron east to west storm. But other than that, Christmas more often than not's actually been green or like a half inch of snow. The real danger on Christmas is ice because, right now it's upper 40s, but it's an average on Christmas Day, I think, in my area of like 35 degrees as the high, which is right in the spot you don't want it to be because it'll rain, go from 35 down to like 28. And then you'll get a ton of ice and you're trying to get to church for, the 11 p.m. or the midnight service, or you're trying to get to families, a Christmas party, and you'll just start sliding around. Maybe not on the way there, but on the way home. Right. So, and I know you know a little bit about ice.
Yeah, I'm going to actually
the stories you've told.
I'm actually going to bring that back up because I was actually, and forgive me, folks, while y'all were carrying. I'm going to ask Ashley a question, but I want to greet a couple people that saw come in and a few other comments. Let me catch up because I was researching something to make sure I had my information together about a football game I went to years ago. JT, I see how this is in New England region, has wacky weather. 51 were Corios and Howa, humans and other critters, the great Snortopupus cuber. Howdy, sir. Great to see you again today, and definitely a Merry Christmas to you. And I also thought I saw Miss Martin Muses. Yes, Miss Martin Muses. Hello. How are you tonight? Great to have you with us also. Folks, we're trying to close out Christmas tonight with we're actually trying to close out Christmas on a fun note with everybody. Hey, Killer Rabbit from Space is with us over on the Twitch side. Hey, Killer Rabbit, great to have you with us today. All right, folks, we've got 12 of y'all here, 3 on the Twitch side, so make sure you follow us over there, 9 over here on the YouTube side. Hit that like button and smash, subscribe the button and smash the like button. Okay, Ashley, JT was talking about ice. I know with where you are, you don't really have a lot of snow, but how bad's the ice up there at times?
That was the main problem around here is that if we do get any snow, it's usually just a dusting and people are like, oh, that's no big deal. No, it's no big deal. But at night or during the day, it'll melt. At night, it freezes solid. And there for a long time, we didn't even have ice trucks. So you just had to wait till it defrosted, basically.
Oh, yeah. And that's like us. Well, we talk about, have you ever had a white Christmas though, Ashley?
I was going to say the last time I remember having a white Christmas was the first year after I had my son. So it was 2010, Christmas of 2010, there was snow on the ground. And that's the only time I've ever seen snow on the ground at Christmas.
Yep. JT, I'm sure you have, and Rosetta, y'all have them all the time, don't you?
Oh yeah. Now the funny thing is, Dadman, last year, 2022, we had a green Christmas and it was kind of warm and foggy, but my daughter was born about 2 weeks before and it started snowing. And you know what it's like bringing home a newborn in the car. If you're, your dad driving, you're like white knuckling because you're like, oh my gosh,
No, I know.
Just taking this baby home from the hospital and it was snowing and dark. And yeah, I was, I was not happy with that
No.
What about
situation.
you,
Thankfully,
Dadman?
we were only 3 miles away. So
Do you get
Well-
snow where you are, Dadman?
Hell no.
he's in Florida. He's in
Except
No,
Florida.
but he's like upper
Hey,
Florida.
Except for, hey,
Well, the
Max
kind of snow
Redstone.
they get's the kind that,
Well,
you have a nice thin lines with a credit card. But
I'm gonna touch the base on all that right now, right quick. Max Redstone, ice trucks thought Snorter Poopus makes all the ice. You never know. Hey, good to see you, Max. Now, Corey says now you ever get a chance to take someone from South up in winter and wake them up at a parch on a lake?
Oh God, no! I would die. I mean,
There
I
you
haven't
go.
lived in New York for like 10 years. I would die.
Yeah.
I would die.
Well, let's go
So
and answer your question. Go ahead, Rosanna.
How would you guys handle doing things like I do, where you go out in the ice and the snow and track swans and eagles in it?
Why would you be tracking them?
For a lot of reasons. Photography is my biggest
Oh.
reason. I also help actually catalog their movements, their nests, and stuff like that for conservation work, because the swans I track are endangered, and the eagle work, of course, for conservation for the government and stuff too.
I
It's what I do, literally.
yeah, no, I'd have fun doing that. When I lived in other parts of the state where it snowed more, I used to cross country ski. And if you ever get up to Traverse City, Michigan, Dadman, there's 2 seasons. Summer cherry harvest is nuts. And then winter for all the ski resorts up there.
Okay.
And you can downhill or cross country or snowshoe and all that kind of fun stuff.
Well, let me say a few hellos real quick to Jess. Jess is here. Hey, Jess. Good to see you.
Hey, Jess.
Killer Rabbit is on the YouTube side also saying that the coldest football game I was at the 1991 Grey Cup, the temperature was negative 16 Celsius.
Oh, where was that?
Speaking of 1991, was you around for the blizzard we had? Was it 91 or 93?
We didn't have it down here, but I'm
No,
about
not
to
at
touch
all?
on some. I'm about to
Okay.
touch on something real quick with that.
All right.
I am
Oh, it
going
was
to
up
do-
in.
the coldest football game I ever went to. I swear it was single digits, but I was looking. That's what I was researching. It was saying it was like 20, and I'm like, there's no way. It was in barely in the teens with Florida, Iowa in 1983, but they but either way, that was a cold. The pipe started freezing, and this was just 5 days after Christmas, and my mom bought us some silk underwear, my dad and I, the blue silky underwear stuff. Now, he didn't wear anything other than his jeans. I refuse to wear those damn things. I refuse to. I had my long, listen, this is how bad it was. I wore long johns and stuff. So when I take prepared actions for cold, I'm taking it serious. Well, I was fine, but he complained about his ass freezing for weeks after that. So it was hilarious to see. And the game was in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So, but
Yeah, it's cold up there right now.
yeah, exactly.
Usually.
Exactly. So, oh yeah. Now, Snorter Poopus is a good guy. Don't give his bear type a bad rap. All right, you
But
talk.
throw him some Christmas salmon
Yeah,
in the
somebody-
chat if you
Or throw
can.
him some mushrooms. We don't
Yeah.
have Lisa here tonight. Throw some mushrooms to Snorter Poopus way. Or throw him the fish. Yeah, Lisa gets some mushrooms. Y'all throw, like JT said, throw some fish at Snorter Poopus. You said 1991. No, it did not do that down here. JT's right. We've had a mixture of different types of things. Generally, our ground is so warm that it does not stick. We've had a hard snow shower one day we were at church. It was coming down hard. You could touch it, but it would not stick. Except for
Full of lamb.
He ate a lamb. Good for him.
A whole lamb.
Mhm.
Oh, CLS walks out barefoot. The family thinks you're crazy, and especially up in New England. Yep. Well,
Yeah,
guess
that's
what?
Well,
me and my
If
family.
if I'm just running up to 7-Eleven for a soda pop or
I got flip flops on.
a
My
soft
flippy-flops.
drink, it's flip flops and gym shorts and
Yeah.
like a windbreaker, and it'll be like 25 out.
No. I got tennis shoes and I wear shorts, and just give me.
I know
jacket
Eagle
and
Rider's seen it. I know. Living in a
Wes
cold
Cagle.
climate, you've seen it.
Let
Tell
me
you,
put it
Les
to you this
Cagle,
way.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I run around half with way too few clothes all the time myself. I hate flip flops. Anybody who's ever worked in a busy mall in summer heat will hate flip flops.
Oh, I bet.
The sound and the smell from those things
Well, it's because people aren't cleaning them and stuff like that.
It's not just that. It's because you're sweating in them, and because the shoe by nature, you're clop, 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 clop,
No, it does
Now,
clog.
Dadman,
thousands of people around you doing that for
Wearing-
hours on end.
wearing flip flops in the snow is better than wearing like Crocs because you can kick snow out of the flip flops if you get any caught in there.
Oh,
but
that's true.
if you're wearing
Crocs
Crocs,
are also
one,
horrible.
it
Yeah,
looks
but you can put the
tacky.
Crocs in 4-wheel
Two.
drive and you're good to go.
Look, I don't carry any of them. If I can't tie them up and lace them, I don't want to wear them. I just
I see. There
it's
you
all
go.
I could get used to shower shoes. And the missus has had some spirited debates with me, like when she bangs her toe on something. I'm like, well, wear shoes. That's why I do inside. But it's a matter of severe debate with a lot of people. But you said 1991. Ashley, you've had a white Christmas. All y'all have had a white Christmas. Yes, I've had a white Christmas with where I am. 1989. It was a Christmas snowstorm of December 22 to 24. Now you see up in northern Georgia there was no snow.
Isn't that crazy?
But you would think all the snow would be up in this area, but no, from the Carolinas all down the coastal sea, South Carolina into Georgia to very northern Florida. 3 to 6 inches in the light blue. The grays had like
they got 18 plus over there on the coast over there.
Yeah, but still, this stuff down in here was like a blizzard. I mean,
now, Dadman, I was down in Orange County back in '89, so I must have just missed it.
You did. Well, see, Orange County would be down. Can you see the pointer here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Putnam County. There's St. John's. There's Flagler. That's Volusia County. So that's Orange County is like right in here. That's all. Okay, right down in here. In
I thought it was the next one down.
It's one of these two. I think this is Osceola. So it's one of these two counties in here. It may be this one here, but it's in the Trace area. So it would have been very minor at that point. But, of course, for days after, cars were in ditches and everything else and stuff like that. Ashley had mentioned the ice. Well, my dad and I, the night before I was at a basketball game. We had people that lived on one side of the bridge and people lived on the other side of the bridge. And so they announced one bridge closed. You saw a few people leave, but when 3 of the 4 bridges closed, half the stadium cleared out. And they were going, everybody that lived on the same side of town with the stadium, we watched the rest of the game. And hell, your Muslim uncle. Good to see you tonight. How are you tonight? So to keep that story going, I had a friend that had to get home down south. We got home and I went with my dad to a store to get some stuff because the house was elevated, had to get pipe wrap stuff to help keep the plumbing from freezing up. And we saw a car on the other side of the road just slide right through the red light. And when we got out on the parking lot, it was like a skating rink. It was so icy. So that's the hard part.
Have an excuse for not knowing how to handle that. What is the excuse for these people in Iowa who we have these snowstorms and ice storms every year, and every year the first ones that hit, they act like they've never driven on it before and crash everywhere.
Well, it pissed me off seeing the people in New York just flying through it. I'm like, you're gonna slide eventually. You're gonna hit something. You're gonna hit black ice or a pack of snow or something, and your car is gonna slide. You're not impervious to this. Just because you guys have ice structures doesn't mean you're not gonna slide. And they'll just go flying through.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. Well, it happens down here, but see, Florida's not immune. We do it with rain. So here we go.
That's true.
But here's what it looked like down here. Now, you Northerners, I'm laying pipe all the damn time.
Okay. You can call us Yankees.
Yeah, out to the Yankees. It's
don't ever call me that.
Rosetta's a Midwesterner, but here's
it's not just that.
This is what we had.
That term has a history with native versus white.
Yeah.
Don't ever call me that.
No, I would not, because you're a Midwesterner anyway. But hey, this is what it looked like around here. This is probably an inch, a little over an inch. Now, for us, this is a blizzard.
Those southern pines too. Yep.
You guys probably could drive in this very easy. Not a big deal. This for 3 days. The whole city was really shut down. Cars in ditches and everything else. So. Exactly. See you in hell, Johnny. But yeah, here's the one. And here's another one here too. This was on one of the bridges. We don't even
really consider that snow.
Right.
It's a
exactly.
dusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what the crap.
So, but for us, it's a blizzard. But this is one of the most memorable Christmases. We still had my granddad around, my grandma too, and it was they live right across the street. Got to have some, got to see a white Christmas for us, which is it's not done it since. We've actually had a few times when we've had some snow. But like I said, the snow showers that come down, but it immediately
Melt.
Melt.
Now,
Yeah.
Dad, man, I was looking at
Here,
that picture.
Just trying to get people up over the bridges.
I was wondering why that guy didn't just slide. I guess playing way too much Fortnite. I'm like, why doesn't he just like fly all the way down the bridge?
I don't think they're used to it. I don't think they're used to it. They don't realize there's ice there. They used to have their ass. They don't ass bump.
That's a Southerner walking on that. Trust me, he slid like 2 minutes later at most.
Probably.
And went woo down it like he was sledding on his ass. I mean.
Yeah, Wes Cagle said, I laugh at the four-wheel drive to crash off to the side of the road in snow. They don't understand four-wheel drive can help when you're stuck in the snow. It doesn't make you uncrashable.
Exactly. You're not impervious to the snow.
Exactly.
But yeah, the blizzard we had, I believe it's 93. Because we didn't have snow trucks and all that. We were 2 weeks without power.
Wow.
Oh, really?
We were putting our perishables out on the front porch to keep cold because it was so cold. And I remember because I was still young. I was in school though. We were melting snow for drinking and that kind of stuff because we had no power whatsoever. And it was after that my dad actually went out and bought a generator just so that would never happen again.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'll try to be not political with this, but there's a big push for new construction in my state to go all electric because they want to save the environment. But what happens when you lose your power for a week? You can have a small generator that'll power the fan on your furnace, but your furnace is gas, and you can have a heated home. And you don't have to worry about your pipes bursting or what you're going to do with your family or your pets. So that's something people don't consider when they're just saying, oh, you can go all electric furnace heat and all the baseboard and all that. It doesn't work that way. If you have a boiler or a gas furnace, you just need a little bit of electricity to keep a blower going. And then you're safe, right?
Well, see, folks, this is another incident. This is the interstate. And you can see how far. You can see how traffic just backed up for miles. And people, some places they did leave their cars. I remember my sisters when we went out on Christmas Day, like 3 days later, it was there were cars in the ditches everywhere. So, yeah. And Buddy said that some of the people only get those four-wheel drives so they can't for looks. They think they can drive faster because of the four-wheel drive.
Yeah, but you really can't.
Nope.
People do that all the time. Interstate 94 commonly ices this time of year, and you'll see 200-300 car pileups because people are driving too close, going too fast, and it's near whiteout conditions, and so you just hit the person in front of you. So,
I-90 because there's so much of the highway through the
mountain.
Hey, somebody was able to make a snowman.
That the speed limit is actually 80. People will act like they can do that in winter. It's like, no.
That's the posted speed limit for safe driving conditions. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I'm grateful as I'll get out that the speed limit is 80 down I-90 through South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, because otherwise that is one long drive if you go slower. I'm just saying.
No, believe me, we did it last year. That was a lot of driving, and I could. Yes.
Were you surprised at how much warmer it could be, and you could still have snow on the ground and build that snowman and have it persist?
No, I didn't build that. Yeah, this was I cut this off photos off the internet though, but somebody was able to build enough snow. I wasn't able to build enough, get enough snow in my location, but still, it was very fun. It was a lot of fun with that. So, but I think so. I just wanted to show that to y'all. You can see how the city shut down in places and all that stuff. So, So let's see. Anyway, but hey.
Now I am happy, Dadman, that we have a warm December this year. Usually around the second week of December, I have my, I guess you could call it a pastime or maybe a job. For a hobby, it's a 1099 where I don't have to declare. I'll put it that way.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. Always track mileage on a 1099. Anyway.
Stay away from the yellow snowman too.
Yeah. But I play in a 19th century brass band, and we play in a historic, like old-timey village at the Henry Ford Museum. And so they have like the building that was the Wright Brothers workshop, for example, and a ton of buildings from like the Civil War and some of the workshops from the Henry Ford first assembly line and things like that, right? So it's a nice 19th century themed village. But I play an original instrument that was made in 1870. And we stand outside for a good half hour at a time. And, you know, you can wear long johns, you can wear a thick petticoat, you know, you can have hand warmers. But once that temperature gets to 32 degrees, you start getting ice forming because your breath has a lot of humidity. And once it hits that cold air, it condenses and then it freezes. And if you try to have valves that are moving to play an instrument, you can actually freeze up the instrument solid and you can't play it anymore.
Wow.
And then you're done for the night. You know, they got to find some place for the band to play inside, but it's never the same cheer that you get with families walking by and little kids and, you know, you're playing Christmas music. So I don't mind the warmer weather.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of Corey's pet peeves is, for the love of God, change how you drive for the road conditions. Exactly. And Kill Rabbit said the closest major American city from Winnipeg is Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah.
So, absolutely.
And it be cold in Fargo.
Isn't that where they talk funny? Or is that just the movie making that way?
Well,
they talk funnier in Wisconsin and Illinois than they do in North Dakota.
Minnesota and northern Michigan. Yeah. It is kind of like a belt up there of funny talking.
All right.
North Dakotans have a lot less accent. They're mostly just airheads with no brains.
Well, hey, you know, Snorter Poopa says as long as your lips don't stick to the mouthpiece. So,
well, it's hard to do that. It's hard to do that, Pete, that part. But yeah,
you never know. Well, but for you guys, what do y'all have any memorable white Christmases? I know y'all said y'all have had any, but have there been any that really stood out? Like see, mine just happens so rarely. It is an obvious recollection for Christmas memories. But do y'all have any that really were unique or were kind of eventful?
I had one when I was 10. We had my cousins up from Melbourne Beach area.
Oh, wow.
And they'd never seen snow before. And we only had maybe 3 inches of snow.
Yeah.
Which is not a lot.
No, you were up north. Was this when you were up north?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And so they I think, I can't remember if they drove or flew up, but yeah. They were like shocked. And they were freezing and I was laughing, you know.
Well, just like Corey said, take them out and put them on a lake. Yeah.
Yeah. Say there's 2 types of people. There's warm-blooded people and cold-blooded people, and it's hard to exist in both. You can do well in Florida for a long time, or you can do well in the north for a long time, but try to put us in the other.
And then there's South Dakotans who deal with negative 60 to 120 plus.
Yep.
Who are just freaks.
I got you.
Looking at somebody born in the Black Hills, South Dakotans are freaks. Just like the weather. I mean,
there you go. There you go. All right. We got 11 people here on the YouTube side. Thank you. Thank you for the people on Twitch. Make sure you follow us on Twitch and subscribe here on the YouTube side. Let's see. I'm a bad Canadian. I don't like hockey. Oh, Killer Rabbit. It's okay. So Buddy. Oh, wow. I guess, but I didn't realize Buddy played an instrument. Mm-hmm. He uses an acrylic mouthpiece for outdoors winter performances.
Yep. That's common. Mm-hmm.
Wes Cagle said the coldest. Dad took him to Army Navy game at JFK Stadium in Philly. It was so cold, 5 degrees, to spend a lot of the game in the restroom near the hot water pipes to try to keep warm. Wow.
I believe it. Hot cocoa runs out real quick because the hot water.
My Eagle treks are often -10, -20.
No.
You guys want to join me on those now?
What's that on the neck?
The Eagle treks in the -10 to 20 range and through the ice sheets.
We'll pull it up. We'll look at it in a second. So I wanted to go ahead. Ashley, you already shared a white Christmas memory. So hey, folks, let me go ahead and I do want to show something we did for dinner tonight a little bit. Kind of share with you guys. But hey, let's look at a few Christmas memes. And some of you may have seen these already at times, but hey, it's always good again. So hey, look. Roscoe, the brown-nosed reindeer.
Yeah, there you go.
I see Rosetta chuckling at that one. It's like, hey.
Rolling my eyes, but okay.
Hey, these are the start of the dad jokes, you know? And friends, thank you all for being here. Tweet out. If you follow me on Twitter, the tweet's out. Send the links out to everybody else. Let's have a late night party night. This is kind of what we do here with Dadman and friends. We jump all kinds of places. Who knows? We might get on some crazy subjects later, but tonight we're kind of starting with Christmas. Of course, I know a lot of y'all saw this one. If you got cats, when you've already destroyed the Christmas tree, and now it's time to take down Santa's village.
That's too real for me.
But I mean, like, do you okay?
Yeah.
So I get that you love your cats and stuff, but if they're going to keep destroying stuff, do you just keep putting it out every year, knowing they're going to mess with it?
I actually, when I got ornery 8 years ago, I switched to using only the plastic ornaments and lock all my expensive ones up till I don't have the kitties anymore.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I used a whole bunch of the crazy horse rocks along the base to actually weight the tree in place and keep it from moving.
And we still have our crazy horse rock. The missus actually pulled it out and showed it to our kids last night. So
hey, look, kids, this is a rock.
Exactly. Blown off the side of a mountain where they're building something for the past to the future. It just was, it was a nice chunk of rock we got. I noticed the missus got a good solid piece for us to bring home. But do
I have to skip the obvious jokes about the missus getting a good solid piece?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sure, go ahead and fire one down.
I think even saying it works for the jokes.
Like, does he himself right now?
At least the awkward part is she didn't get the good solid piece from him. I mean, sorry. I'm sorry.
We're all having fun among friends. We're being silly here. It's 3 minutes left of Christmas Day here in the East Coast time zone. So it's
the only time zone that matters.
Right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, we are 3 minutes, man. And then we'll have to submit. Sometimes what we do is we celebrate birthdays in every time zone.
What about my birthday?
Yeah, we can. We will. It's only 3 days away.
Don't tell anybody how old I'm getting.
25. There you go.
No way.
Yeah, supposed years ago, the Papa Bird made a fake rock out of concrete and missed the rocks we had in Virginia. Yep, I tell you. Yeah, these rocks are neat because what they're doing is a sculpting similar to what happened with Mount Rushmore, but it's way bigger. It is way bigger, and Mrs. showed some of the pictures of it on some of our drive streams, and it's really amazing. It's privately funded, and it's just the amazing amount of work that's involved with it. Is something.
You take a blast fragment home, so you have a piece of the monument.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, look, Snorter Poop is wishing you a hoopy birthday in advance.
Thank you.
So
it does make me feel better that I got carded for getting my CBD the other day, because it's like, okay, I still get carded for everything. I still get carded for my freaking Benadryl.
That's a great idea.
You are young looking, but hey.
That is a great idea, Dadman.
Yeah. If a cat is afraid of tangerines, create a force field to protect the Christmas tree.
Although they might bat them, and that's marble floor. So they'd travel pretty far.
Yeah. We got that. Of course, there's only one store in the house, so forget it. You got a tree topper here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, they can. Oh gosh, yeah, should be a way to dock cats' paychecks for stuff they destroy.
My
Oh
cats
my
would
God.
always be in debt.
Yeah,
Although in the wild, that cat would not be too smart because right on the top of the tree is easy pickings for a hawk.
well, that's true. They had that at Disney years ago, where they were releasing the doves between performances, and the hawks had gotten lazy. They came out and started picking them off after the performance, right during the performance.
Mhm.
It was crazy. So, hey, you got rambunctious kids? Evil way to do it. Christmas tip: wrap empty boxes and put them under the tree. Every time your child acts up, throw one in the fireplace.
Oh, I love that.
Just make sure you don't throw the actual presents in the
Right.
fireplace.
Well, that's why you put empty boxes under the tree. Ashley, you ever thought about trying this yet?
No. No. Okay. Oh God, I can just see the meltdowns that would start after that. Oh no.
It's okay. I got a fire blanket from one of the firefighter relatives for Christmas, so we're all set, Dadman.
Oh, that's so cool. All right.
Do not attempt at home.
I would do
Exactly.
that just to toy with the kids. I'm sorry.
I Christmas harder than you.
Am I the only one who doesn't like them when they're that overcluttered because you can't enjoy anything?
We actually had one in our neighborhood. It was a rental on a corner lot, and we called it, the kids named it Plastic City. They literally were shoulder to shoulder plastic instrument
I
ornaments
don't
everywhere.
mind over the top huge. I don't mind having tons of lights, but you gotta have it organized and stuff so you actually can see it.
No, I got you. But hey, sometimes it's about the sheer volume. The sheer volume, does it.
Bigger isn't always better, and from a woman, that's rare to be said.
It's not the size of the display, Dadman. It's how you use it.
Okay, gotcha.
Actually, that's wrong too. If you don't have enough, you're pathetic, and that goes for things other than lights too. I mean,
well, I tell you, one that I love is this one here, because I've seen your Facebook statuses, and you're getting a dictionary for Christmas. Oh God, some of the although I will say it's the evil auto incorrect that plays the game many times that changes. You spell it right, and it changes on you automatically. So, hey, Theme Park Casual, good to see you tonight. Welcome in tonight. How are you doing?
It's the correct your.
I know, but so many times it's not used in the right spots, and it gets very interesting at times. Well, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas back to you from a guy, Theme Park Casual. Okay, guys, hot chocolate. How much marshmallow and cream do you use? I think Theme Park Casual likes marshmallows and cream, and he showed a picture on his Twitter today of all the whipped cream on his cocoa. Do y'all like a lot of marshmallows and whipped cream on your cocoa, or are you more the cocoa? How do y'all drink?
Can't drink it.
Oh, you can't drink it. Okay.
I don't put whipped cream in mine. I just put a handful of the mini marshmallows.
Mini marshmallows.
Yeah.
JT.
So I can't/don't like it. The powdered stuff gives me really bad acid reflux for whatever reason.
Oh man.
But I don't really like hot chocolate. It's too sweet a lot of times if somebody else makes it. But if you're going to make it, you really want to do it homemade and melt some chocolate. The whip on top, I don't know. If it's truly hot, it's going to melt too fast for you to really enjoy it. But hot chocolate, a lot of times up here, like if you buy it at the sports stadium, it's just powder in hot water, and it tastes like garbaggio, to steal a phrase from a couple of our YouTube friends.
Yeah. I got you with this. I'm going to do one more
Somebody
of these
as big of a food snob as I am. Yay.
Hey, there you go. I just like this damn meme. I like looking at it all the time because I think this is a smart one. I'm telling you, this is a case of mistaken identity. I did not steal Christmas.
It's because I'm green, isn't it? I mean,
I like that.
that's actually one of the lines in the Jim Carrey version of the
Oh,
Grinch.
yeah.
It's perfect to use in this case. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. It's funny. I love this. I love this one. I do. Snorter Poopus though says, Hot cocoa with milk and some whipped cream. No smushmelons.
Yeah.
All right.
Smush melons. I'm just going to get tongue tied on that whole smush melons. I tell my husband that phrase, and he may have a new name for my chest.
Yeah, Buddy's onto something. Buddy's onto something there.
Let's see.
That sounds interesting. I've never tried that. Maybe
Coffee
some heavy
creamer
cream
in the
instead
powder
of
with
milk.
Actually, the few times I've had to drink it because that's all people had available, yeah. Because it gives it a little bit of milk. It doesn't taste as over sweet or as watery.
That is weird.
I always make mine with milk, but maybe some heavy cream in it instead of just regular milk would be good.
Yeah.
Give it some richness.
Mm-hmm.
You like things rich, huh?
Yep.
Hot,
Yeah.
steamy, and rich.
Yep.
She's got exquisite taste, you know. So, hey.
It's got to be rich, dark, steamy, hot, and exquisite.
Or I don't want it.
I'm sorry. I'm shameless. I'm sorry.
Oh
my
God, they've
goodness,
stopped talking. We broke them.
No, we're just getting started. So, just getting started tonight. I'm actually sending another link or two out to a couple people in case they're up and want to do something. So, because that's what we do here. We just use the force, go where it is, bounce place to place, and everything else, and what comes up comes out on these late night friend streams. So, thank y'all for being here. We're winding up with some Christmas memories. Do y'all have any specific special moments today that might have jumped out at to y'all?
From today or from anytime?
Well, like from today. Well, what anything special? Because I'm going to show you a thing that happened with us tonight. But yeah, any like great special moments today?
We were opening presents in the morning, and we had two does walk onto the back patio, like right next to the back slider door. So, you know, I got to say, oh, look, the reindeer, even though they weren't real reindeer, you know, little kids don't know.
Right. But that's sweet.
It was just kind of cool I mean, we see deer all the time, but not like right at that moment. So that was fun for the kids.
There's a thing that you can do to have email, like a Santa send like a video email kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some ears around me, so I can't really go into the details how I, but anyway, my youngest did drew a picture. I didn't tell him to, he just did it. Come and showed me last time. He's like, Mom, I drew Santa a picture. And I said, that's so awesome. I said, you're going to put it by the cookies? And he said, yes. And I said, well, turn it over and write a note. And he said, I already did. And he turned it over. And sure enough, he has a note there. And when he got up this morning, he was flipping out because the note wasn't there anymore. And I said, well, Santa must have took it. And we got a video email of Santa thanking him for his picture.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's always cool when Santa gets stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. So I thought that was very precious, and he just absolutely was over the moon when he saw that Santa was thanking him.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Rosetta, I could see a special moment having the hubby bring in that coffee. That looked really, really neat.
Not coffee, yuck.
Huh?
What was that?
Tea.
Okay, well, the tea. That's cool.
I don't drink.
That's tea. Well, the special.
Yeah.
That's anything other special with you two today that was really nice.
It was nice to give each other gifts and have some time to hang out, but it's been kind of a weird Christmas overall. So mostly it was just nice that I actually got to be in my own house for the first time in like 4 years.
Oh, wow.
Because every time everything happens, and I keep having to travel and take care of people over Christmas the last few years. And this is the first time we've been in the house for Christmas since 19.
Wow. Used to, or for a number of years, we and the kids would always, the wife and I and everybody, we would, oh shoot. You know what? Sorry to the people in chat. I am sorry. I forgot to turn the emote only off. So you can now.
That
was my problem. Yeah.
We've been live for an hour.
I know. Hey, at least I remembered. No wonder Killer Rabbit jumped over to the YouTube side. But hey, folks, but I will say Christmas dinner was a special moment. What we do, one of our biggest traditions. Normally we would go with the kids. We went out of town. We spent years at Disney, get a nice hotel room when we could afford it, when the rooms were cheap after 2001, if you know what I mean. You could get really good rates at Contemporary, and we could get Magic Kingdom room views. Those were nice times for Christmas, things like that. But, but in recent years, we've kind of stayed more closer to home. And we've actually started going out to, let's see, what do you call Danny Bonaducci climbing a ladder in a fruit orchard? A partridge in a pear tree.
And the dead joke.
That's okay. Max Redstone was good with that one. So, yes, exactly. Yes, I was. But, hey, Christmas dinner, special moment, yes. Ang was tired, stayed home tonight, but, when we had all the kids, we'd all go. Sunday, Christmas night, one of the few places is open is always the Japanese restaurants. And so tonight, the Miss and I went out to Hibachi tonight again, which has become kind of our standard annual Christmas tradition in a way. And I'm just going to show a few pictures here with this. I'm going to try to show a video or two. So bear with me on this. I'm going to have to do some of these very carefully and slowly. So let me share this. So, of course, you start with your salad. They give you two options, ginger or ranch. Are y'all ginger or ranch people?
Ginger.
Ginger, I agree.
Ginger.
JT?
Being from the state of Michigan, I cannot say anything other than ranch.
Oh,
or else I'm going to have to leave the state in a hurry.
Is that where Hidden Valley is? So.
Well, it might as well
you
be.
Would think. I mean,
hungry. Good to see you.
No joke, Dadman. In college, I worked at a banquet hall, and we would make our own ranch because we'd go through it so much.
Yeah.
And I mean, making 7 gallons of ranch at once. Oh boy.
Exactly. Hungry. Check your DMs. But hey, good to see you tonight. Good to see you, my friend. Glad you're up and around. Marianne. Okay, Marianne. And Snort Poopas agrees. So hey. All right. So then, of course, the next thing we get is the clear soup. Of course, you notice there's only a fragment of a mushroom because I let the missus have my mushrooms.
They still only give you like 2 pieces of mushroom.
Yeah, it's very thinly sliced and stuff like that. But still, I give it to the mushrooms. If Snortapoopas would be there, I'd give him the mushroom too. So usually the missus and Ang fight over the mushrooms. So do y'all like going to hibachi restaurants?
Mm-hmm. I do.
JT,
when I can find ones I can eat at, yes.
Oh, gotcha.
They're not bad, but we have a big Japanese population around us too. So, I mean, we can get other types of Japanese food that many other places in the country can't. So hibachi is not quite as popular for that reason. I mean, some of those Japanese restaurants will also have hibachi.
Well, what about the kids? Have you taken your kids to one yet, JT?
No.
Okay. I only ask because ours loved it even from a younger age. Ashley, do your kids go with you?
Yes, they've been to one.
How do they react with the fire and everything?
They did okay.
Cool.
We always start young, or when they were younger, right? So when they're younger, they kind of react a little bit on the bad side of it, but now it doesn't bother them.
Oh, cool. Snort Poopa said he's never been to one. Wow.
For a meat guy like you, Snort, you'd enjoy it.
You know what? If we need to hit the road one time and go down there and drag him off to.
Where's he at?
He's down further in Florida. So okay. Yeah, he's a couple hours away. We could make it down there very easily. So otters, nom 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 nom. Well, here's another view of this is. After they do the first little fire, of course, we got the rice, got the egg over there. You got the the vegetables that are on here, and we're going to see a little bit more of this in just a second. I'm actually going to try to multitask, but I've got to be very careful how I do this tonight, folks. But thank y'all for being here with us, and we got another person that is going to be coming in and join us in a little bit. So did want to let y'all know about that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. So one of the key things that they do at these things.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Ow.
Sorry. Hold on.
That was my bad. I'm so sorry.
No, I think it was me. I'm trying to multitask a multimedia presentation tonight, folks. That's what's the difficulty thing. All right. So do they serve fried kaiju? Well, they got squid. They got stuff like that. I'm sure that you could call it kaiju in a way, but he's laughing. Yeah, Max said, Sora Poops, you're supposed to eat the food the chef prepares for you, not the chef. All right. Well, I apologize that this volume. Let me bring the volume down just a hair then on this.
You're not going to get strike for that?
No.
Okay.
No, it's very brief.
It's a private video. It's my private video.
Oh, okay.
It's not copyright. It's not your music and all this other stuff. It's just me with, out with my wife having fun with something. So, all right. But here, this is what usually happens. The first thing when they clear it off with everything. Let me close that. All right. Let's go here. Hey, we got fire. And you could hear the missus say that felt so good. So, it's it does. It's hot. It's especially on a cold night. It really is something. It's like really, and that's what I asked, especially with the little ones, how they liked it or whatever happened with it, because they they don't
overreact, but they're just like, wow,
Exactly.
Now, Dadman, do you have Greek restaurants down by you?
Yes, we have Greek restaurants.
Have you ever ordered the saganaki?
No, I have not. I'll have to saganaki.
Saganaki is a cheese, and typically what they do, what they're supposed to do by tradition, is when they bring it out to the table, the saganaki has like an alcohol there, and so they'll light it and it'll burst into flames, go real high, and cook the cheese for you right there, and then they set it on the table.
Oh, that's cool. I like that stuff.
The missus would get a warm feeling off of that.
All right. Well, not that I'm not hot enough for her already, but it'll actually
I wasn't gonna say,
I'm going to go because I'm salty tonight. I damn well am hot.
I
am
know
hot.
what you look like. No, you're not.
She calls me her furnace. She calls me her furnace.
Yeah. You're the most handsome football banana I've ever seen.
Hot-blooded, or she's losing her vision? Which one is it?
Gee, I'm hot-blooded. I'm hot. I'm 103.
No, I think she's losing her vision too.
Oh my God, Opa! With the Greek.
Have you actually met him though? Because it's funnier when you've actually met him as with him in person.
Well, hungry. I'm cute and adorable. Stop that. You're just being you're trying to be a hard ass tonight. But that's good. We love you. Hungry ass. What's the Saganaki? A Navy guy and Godzilla -1. Max Redstone. We didn't start the fire, but we tried to order Saganaki. Hey. And let me say, I said Grim Center came in. Hey, how are you tonight, Grim Center? Good to see you. We've got actually 4 people still over on the Twitch side and 8 here on the YouTube side. Thank you for everybody that's here. We're going to have some more fun with this. This one's a little bit, let's see, different with this. This is going to be a little bit longer. But, they also, let me share the audio. I believe this is the railroad one. Let me do that. Let's go here and let us play. No. Yep.
Oh, the volcano?
Yep, the volcano. What happened? Oh, I muted it. Sorry. There you go. Let's go.
All right, here you go. Okay.
Fireworks. Firemen putting out the fire. Did you see that?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So that was another little thing. So that's what's so entertaining with these type of things. So how that goes, they did a little. You notice the little. They call him the Japanese firefighter. Sprayed the water out onto the flames, and it was like really, really cool. Little things get a lot of fun and laugh. So hey, it's golly, we got 16 people here now. Hey, thanks folks for being here tonight with us and having some fun with us. Grim Center enjoys street tacos. All right. We got a place that's like in a mobile trailer out on the street, and the missus and one of the kids went one time and said it was really, really good.
No, his mom makes the best tamales.
Oh, Grim Centers?
Yeah, I met him in the summer when I went to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom came with him, and she'd made me a whole bunch of tamales. I was eating this shit cold. They were so good.
Wow.
That reminds me, a friend of mine about 5 years back made a plate of tamales and threw a little Christmas party. And when we weren't looking, we turned away, and her Jack Russell jumped up silently on the kitchen table and ate about 10 with the husk on.
Oh no.
It was like, oh my gosh, how is this dog not sick? So I couldn't tell you if they were good or not because, the dog liked them well enough.
They were like, oh, you got to heat them up and blah, blah, blah. Well, our hotel room didn't have a microwave, so I was just eating them out of the thing. They were cold. I didn't care.
Mm-hmm. That is so cool. Let's see. I'm going to bring up another picture in here with this. Snort Poop said it like pistachio. Pistachio. I was thinking pastizio.
I don't know if it's spelled 100% correctly, but it's got to be pistachio.
I thought it had something to do with teats there for a second, but anyway, hungry like the clip. All right, hey, exactly. So hungry. Muslim says hungry for happy koala Christmas. Oh, that's cool. Cool thing. All right, this is just a still frame of that train that they were doing, the volcano, as you said. So. Exactly. Yeah, the dogs always get the blame for that. There's the pistachios. I've actually gotten addicted to pistachios. It's like, I just can't stop when they're addictive, especially with the sea salt. So, let's see. Jess said our local hibachi place does that too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, Snore Poop is the same pastizio. I want to call it tits, but pastizio. Layers of pasta, a rich cinnamon spiked red wine meat sauce topped with a thick layer of cheese sauce. Oh, now that sounds good. It is wonderful. And about pistachios, yeah, me too. I'm kind of like from Naked Gun when they sat there and ate all the things and they couldn't even open the car doors. There's so many nutshells outside the car.
Oh my god!
But let's see, we got that. We also, this is what the missus had. If you like sushi,
Oh, I love sushi.
And let's see, CLS Studios, thank you for coming by. Merry Christmas to you. God bless you too. Thank you for coming by again. Appreciate your support and hope you have a good night and great day tomorrow.
CLS Studio. Merry Christmas.
Pastizio. Okay, pastizio. Okay, there you go.
You have to move your hand when you say it too.
Something like that. So do any of y'all eat sushi?
Yes.
No.
Rosetta, do you eat sushi or not?
I think she stepped away.
Oh, she stepped. But do you like? See, now the thing is, not all of it's raw. That's the thing. And the missus keeps telling me not all of it's raw, and these little fish eggy things on the front.
I mean, if you want to, have you tried sushi, Dadman?
Yes, I actually have. I started trying it a couple years ago, but then I hadn't eaten in a while.
California roll or like a shrimp tempura that's fried shrimp would be the best way to start. But to kind of transition toward the raw, get like a smoked salmon or like it's called a bagel roll. Some places where it's smoked salmon and cream cheese.
Yeah.
And the salmon's not raw, it's smoked, but it's raw-ish. Like it's got a raw consistency.
Right. See, I'm a big texture guy, and it's like cream cheese I struggle with.
Oh,
some of the stuff the wife able to find me on a buffet, we went with her sister, It was not cream cheese. It was other things and stuff. And I was okay. And I was actually eating quite a bit at one point. But yeah, anything with some cooked and all, the fish roe are kind of a weird things. But yeah. See, I wonder if Snort
I'm not a
eats
big fan
sushi
of
being
the
a
fish
polar
roe,
bear.
but if it's on it, it's on it, But I don't ask for it.
Right. But anything with a cream cheese, I have a problem with. An avocado is something that I don't like. So as long as I avoid avocado and cream cheese, I'm good.
Yeah.
Now, Buddy Hepburn loves the spicy California rolls. Now, is the spicy the sauce, or is the spicy in?
They'll put spicy mayo
ingredients?
in it.
Spicy mayo. Okay, that's okay. Gotcha. All right. So we got some other things that we did here. Like I said, this is an annual thing. Here's a little firefighter, dude. Yeah. It's a little water sprayer. Snort Poop has had it. Okay, but not a favorite. All right. Just was wondering about what the old polar bears had out there. So, all right.
It's probably the rice that comes along with it that he's not the fan of.
The rice is kind of a
well,
good part
because he likes the raw fish, being a bear.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. We're going here. I'm going to bring another thing up here real quick. With this, let's see. Love multitasking. Anyway, okay. Here we go.
Inhale the last son of K.
Hey, last son of K, welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah, screw the spicy mayo crap. I hate that. But wasabi heaped on stuff, I'm good with. I love wasabi.
Right. Okay. That's all right. So let's see. This is a little game that they play also here. All right. Let me bring it up here. This is one that our local one plays a game with, depending on the chef. So let's see. Here we go. Of course, Mrs. caught hers. Me, no, not so much.
Right.
Mrs. caught it, Dave. So,
My friend. Okay.
Missed it again. 0 for 2.
You trying to catch it in your mouth?
Yeah.
Yes. That's the game they play.
You'd think you'd be able to catch it.
I was like, Dadman can catch things with his hands. Come on now.
Hey, just open your mouth, catch it straight down. I've actually done okay before, but not tonight. It's not a thing. Jess is saying that back when our dog could have burgers, we'd get him Kids Burger from the local Greek place. Wow. $7.50 to get a burger, an adult size burger anywhere else, fries and a cup of soup. That's cool. Grim Center says the rice is pretty good. And like you said, hail to last son of K. Good to see you in here. Now, Buddy will have the regular California rolls too. Just put more wasabi on them. You must like your stuff spicy. So,
but by the way, to add context to the chat, sushi is named after the type of rice, not the cooking style. The raw is actually a more modern thing. It was not as much of a thing until the modern history of sushi. And it includes any number of things from well-cooked all the way down to smoked and raw. Right. So you can have sushi and not be a fan of the raw stuff, and that's perfectly fine.
Right. The missus always corrects me all the time because that's a big thing. She's been adamant. It doesn't mean it's raw.
I will not touch the raw stuff, even if I was tempted, which I'm not. With my health, it wouldn't be a good idea, but I do. I freaking love those rolls with tons and tons of wasabi and ginger.
Yeah. Now,
when you go out there, are you trying any of the sake as well?
No, I'm driving.
Okay. Oh,
nope.
Okay.
No.
Plus,
you don't want me drinking that stuff, though.
I've tried it once and sipped it, and I was like, this. I hope this was the equivalent to their Budweiser that I was getting, because I was not a fan. But
no, I understand. I think it's a lot of acquired taste. So
I'm sure it is.
Says wasabi peas are great. I'll skip the sushi though. Sorry, don't hate me. We don't hate anybody around here. It's just if you don't like it, then you don't like it. I mean, I've been fortunate. My wife and my sister-in-law were good and trusted, not lying to me and stuff. They knew what I liked and didn't, and were honest with me about what to try, what to avoid. And yes, I am multitasking, definitely.
Now, Dadman, they put egg out there, right?
Let's put it this way. If Dadman hated people for disagreeing with his tastes, how much would you hate me at this point?
What? Say that again?
If Dadman hated people for disagreeing with his taste, how much would you hate me at this point? Because I argue with you all the time, say I don't like stuff.
You called me ugly earlier, for instance. I'm
I didn't call you. Wait. I did not call you ugly. I said you weren't handsome. There is a difference. I called you mediocre, not ugly. I mean
mediocre.
Oh, Dadman, look at that. You're mediocre.
Yeah, I'm a hot mediocre.
Right about 100 degrees, huh? I mean.
So Buddy's not really a fan of sashimi, so and Buddy can't yet drink yet.
Yeah, I'll do salmon and tuna, but I don't like eel and all that.
Yeah,
actually I've eaten everything from calamari and eel and that stuff, but I've got no problem with that.
See, and this is why we go a lot of time. Is that when the chefs are entertaining. We had a good one tonight. We've had some that pretty much just cooked, and at that point, it's kind of like, why bother? I might as well sit on the side where it's a few dollars cheaper, but things. Snorta Poopas has never had sake, tried plum wine though. So at the missus, I think it's tried both. I think her preference is the plum wine. But his preferred drink with Greek food, Retsina before dinner and Mavrodaphne after. Hopefully I pronounced that right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and you said those are good choices.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. So
I'm no expert in Greek pronunciation, so I won't. But I knew what you meant, so there you go.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So, and we're going to go to one more real quick here.
Now, Dadman, they have egg in these, right?
I will show you. I got a special I got a special thing for you with that. So I'm just going to show you in just a second, but we're going to go ahead and finish up on this video. As we get a little bit more, just to show people how it's done at the tabletop if you haven't seen it before. There's the egg over there being chopped up. JT Kurt asking about egg. A little bit more of the seasoning and stuff in here. So, like I said, this is, we're coming back with something that's, just an annual thing that we do every year with this. It's just kind of things our family developed over the years and just enjoyed, going out together. So I think that's it for the videos. Yes, that's it for the videos. So let me take that down. Let me get back to the pictures, and we're going to go through the rest of this and show y'all a little bit. And so, Eagle, you love low tuna. I got that. I can understand that.
It is, and for all the people who complain about catfish being fishy, and then they like tuna. It's like tuna is way more that weird aftertaste of fishy than catfish ever is.
Well, I hate salmon. I hate salmon.
No, I don't get why it's so popular.
I hate it because it tastes funky. And I tell you, one time I was at a steakhouse. I took a bite of the steak. It smelled like salmon. Because they didn't, and it was like that steak was just ruined with that the smell and taste of.
I've never understood how popular salmon and tuna are. To me, they're the worst fish out there.
I agree.
Dadman, I'm a carnitarian, so I eat meat, just not from the ocean. That's an actual thing. I can't.
Tilapia guy.
I can't eat shellfish, and I don't know if it's a combination of taste and texture, but I've had mahi, tuna, salmon, cod, tilapia.
See, I like fish.
I hate all of those.
I like fish. I just hate those two.
Yeah.
The thing is, I have such dietary issues that I have to be as open as I can to as many meats as possible because there's not a lot of things I can eat. Basically, meat and veggies and half of the veggies I swear I'm allergic to. So,
and catfish looks too ugly to eat. I'm sorry. I know that might sound weird, but I'm looking at that. I'm like, ugh.
It's ugly as sin, but it is so freaking good.
Yeah. And Buddy's naming more fish that are out here. Let's see, Ashley, what type of fish do you like? Are you a fan of fish?
Again, I'm not. I will eat salmon and tuna, and that's it.
Gotcha.
I know some things y'all won't eat, but like I I don't know. I just don't
Would-
like. I don't like. You know, I don't like catfish. I don't like.
Well, would you join me in participating of the tempura, like the veggie tempura here?
Yeah, I would eat that. Calamari, I don't eat either. I don't eat calamari.
Oh, well, I will tell you stories about calamari, but let me first bring in the great, the immortal, the guy who helped start this late night with friends, late night with Dadman and friends. He's here now. Finally, I sent out the call. I put the bat signal out, and he's here now. You know, you love him. He's the one, the only, the fun and outspoken Hungry Boy. Hey, Hungry.
What's up, Hungry?
Merry Christmas, and were people talking about fish? Well, I do love a lot of fish. It must all be cooked properly for me, even just a little bit. And we have so many wonderful varieties here where I live. I live in a fishing town, in fact. But some fish I do not like. All apologies to the United States. I tried catfish once, never taking a bite of that crap again.
Yeah, I don't like catfish.
I still maintain all the people that I've heard say that.
I know.
I swear, some people don't. I can say this because of the places I've been. There's a lot of people that don't know how to fix it, and if you don't fix it right, it does either taste muddy or off. But if you cook it right, it doesn't.
It goes to what Dadman was talking about. It's about the texture. I tend to dislike oily fishes. The best fish I ever had was Yucatan style blackened swordfish.
What the hell did they do to the catfish you tried? I've never had it oily, and I've been catching and eating it.
They're bottom feeders, so
yeah, but
that's it.
That's in how you process it and cook it. It should be oily if you do it right.
Eagle, all I'm going to say is they were Northern Californians, and that should explain everything.
Oh, my God. No wonder.
Well, I'm
they
going
know what they're
to
fucking doing with catfish.
Hungry first. Hungry first. Happy day boxing, as the youngsters like to say.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. And since it's Australia, do all of your fish have like 52 piranha teeth?
Yeah,
12
and laser
different
beams.
types of poison. And they'll eat you if you step in the water.
Yeah, you know, the thing about my land, the land of the combat wombat, is half of things are going to kill you, or half of them are incredibly cute. So you have two problems with the fish here.
Wait. It's not half. It's more like 65 in each category, and they overlap.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Hey, I'm still waking up. You go cut me some slack
I
here.
know of a lot of very deadly Australian animals that are cute as hell.
Well, you know
Well,
what's
that's true.
deadly? You know what's deadly, though, is the stories about too many convenience store sushi horror stories.
Oh, God.
I mean,
Oh,
don't-
no.
Anybody buying sushi at a convenience store gets what they deserve with that. I'm
I
sorry.
agree with that.
I know.
Yeah.
So we got
Merry
some of the
Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Oh, Buddy is
Merry
allergic.
Christmas. How do you
Buddy-
like this in here? I mean,
Buddy is allergic to shellfish. Oh, that is interesting. So
That sucks.
you too, yeah. Last son of K had his fill of Alaskan pollock over the last few years that last a lifetime.
Now, Hungry
What
Boy is
the-
so high
Oh God.
culture. He
Okay, I
only
will go
eats
political.
fish from
I will
the-
go political here
from the
with
Great
this one.
Barrier Reef, right?
Yeah. Hey, let me go with Max
Oh.
Redstone here. There's an ocean fish that tastes great, makes elite leftist jokes as you eat. It's called maher maher. Okay, bye.
Ow, ow.
And-
Phonetic puns.
I love it.
And
I
that's
love it.
creative. But Snortapoopas, an Irish pub there, has the best fish and chips. They use haddock. That's a good
Haddock's a good fish.
a good fish. I like cod too personally. So, last son of K hates squid too. Listen, I will tell you what. Who is crazy about this stuff is Ang. Hungry Ang is like Mark level. With-
Oh, okay.
If it's squeezy, tentacly, and all that, Ang will eat it.
I will
Dang,
I'm sorry.
Ang.
Look, maybe it's the redneck side. Maybe it's growing up as gutter ass poor as I did. But if I can catch it and kill it and eat it, I am. I don't give a crap. I'm not squeamish about what different meats are. I grew up in a family where, you know, the mystery package of meat your family members give you that they don't tell you what animal it is better than starving.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I'm not squeamish with meats.
Well, I mean, that's a sensible female desert person side. And for me, my attitude is simply this: if I spent 3 hours to catch a fish, I'm eating that damn fish. I'm going to. I don't
get
care.
that.
It's taking me 3 hours.
I'm a bad fisherman. I'm
I
terrible.
was gonna say, I've never had to take me that long. Then again, I don't fish with a pole. I find that boring. So I fish by either hanging out the side of the lake with a net or using a freaking bow and arrow.
Now that I respect.
Well,
Nobody ever let me do that.
Well, let me get through the last few of these pictures. So just a little bit. If you've not been to Hibachis, here we go. Ashley, do your kids do well when they eat at a hibachi? Or
Oh yeah, they love it.
Yeah. Oh, good. I know some people have problems. The kids get picky and stuff like that. Do they have anything in particular they enjoy?
The rice and meat. They're not big veggie eaters, but my oldest, I don't know if my youngest does or not, but my oldest loves sushi. He will eat a lot of sushi.
Wow. That is interesting. Well, the funny thing is, I used to always joke with the chefs here about they ask how you want your steak and all this. Of course, when they ask, well, how do you want your chicken? I say raw. So,
No.
Oh my god.
No. I nearly died from salmonella, dude. Don't even joke about it.
Well, I tell you what, there was one time I was at a place that did fried chicken, and it was pink and icy inside. It was that.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought this was a Christmas show. You're Krampusing it up.
Well,
That's what I was thinking.
I'm Krampus. Yes. Well, technically, it's no longer Christmas Day in my time zone. So.
Oh, okay.
And
No,
as
now
JT
you're all supposed to be focused on my birthday in 3 days.
Yay!
And her dress. So, but hey, this is the prime. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that one's for Snorty. That's whale meat. That's whale meat.
I'm glad to see you. I'm glad to see you laughing, Rosetta. But that is the filet mignon, because I had the filet mignon and shrimp tonight. So
the fillet mignon.
Yeah,
Yep.
Exactly. And this is the final product here.
Oh, nice.
And this is only a half portion. Well,
aside from the shrimp, but that's great.
Well,
Right.
The rice and the vegetables were a full portion. The meat and the shrimp were a half portion because they had something where we could do a share for an extra charge. You got the rice and the vegetables and the salad and all that, but they took the portion of the meat and split it up to 2 plates. So that was really cool tonight. So that, like I said, I wanted to share this because that was the missus and me tonight and having that. So I'm going to, one more picture. We got 16 people here. Hungry Boy, look what you started. You going live with me at 2:00 one morning because I'm like, I want to stream. You're like, let's do it. And I'm like, okay. So, and that's the first that started what is this show, The Late Night with Dadman and Friends. Let me hit up the chat real quick. Lived last son of Kay, lived on Cape Cod for 3 years. Love the small mom and pop seafood shacks there. You'll never see a red lobster there. No, you won't, and nor should you.
No, you should not.
No.
Right.
I went to Maine for vacation. Oh my god, I loved it. It was so pretty.
But how was the food?
Oh god, like $10 lobsters. Where I ate my weight in lobster. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
wow.
So your cholesterol level tripled over a weekend. I love that.
I was like, it's worth the coronary I get from this. I don't fucking care.
Lobster is wonderful.
Well, Max Redstone said that Snorter Poopus and him had dinner the other night. Max had Alaskan pollock. Snorter Poopus had Kevin pollock.
No. I like Kevin pollock.
Well, no, Snorter Poopus said he was delicious.
Oh, well, then
Max
that's
said,
all right.
And funny. It's so McCormick and Schmicks is a seasoning. So, although the Red Lobster cheesy biscuits are awesome, a lot of people love those. Although you can buy them frozen in the store. Why? I don't know.
They make a mix. They make a mix. You can make them at home.
Oh, the mix.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God. Oh, look, secondhand vegetables.
I like that one, Snorty.
It's true.
Snorty also said, I'm glad I'm full from dinner. I'm immune to these pictures. Yeah.
Nice.
But I usually get a salad or baked potato and biscuits.
So I can't eat shrimp, right? So you try to go to Red Lobster and you're like, I'd like the nachos with no shrimp on it, please. Oh, we can't do that.
What?
Okay. Could I get the pizza without the shrimp on it? Oh, we can't do that either. Apparently, their sauce is frozen in a bag and they just dump it on and heat it up and serve it.
Ugh.
So when I said Red Lobster is a crime against humanity,
it is.
It is.
Yes,
That's really
so.
sad. And you know what? You know what? I'm not making a political joke, but there are no beautiful Blue Lobster franchise places to eat. What about Blue Lobster? Blue Lobsters are delicious. We can eat them. Oh, I know they change color after you cook them, but nonetheless. Now I want to ask a question for
Whoa.
the non-Australians and the non-Kiwis, on the stream and in the chat. Do you have a rule of measurement for what is a shrimp and what is a prawn?
Oh, that's not
I
an
thought
issue. I don't.
Prawns were from England and shrimp were from the United States.
I was actually going to tell you I can't even speak right now, hardly. They actually do classify it differently. Prawns are the species classification. Shrimp are a specific subsect of species within it. They're not all prawns are shrimp. All shrimp are prawns.
Right. That's a good technical reason. Here in Australia is smaller than your thumb, it's a shrimp. Bigger than a man's thumb, it's a prawn.
Well, I want to say something even bigger than that. We have now hit 115 followers on Twitch.
All right.
I'm not
Nice.
exactly who.
Congrats.
I didn't get the notification who subbed tonight, who followed tonight. I know we had a couple first-time
You could
chatters.
technically check it by going into your community in the creators dashboard. It'll show you the last people who.
Yeah, but I don't dare do it in the middle of a stream because I'll wreck a stream. But
I know. I'm saying check after
Yeah,
because I expect
okay.
you to completely F it up if you do it now. I mean,
exactly, I know. It's like, well, the funny thing is, a lot of times through Gmail, I get a notification, but I didn't this time. So it's kind of like on the YouTube side. But whoever it was, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you. I know Parrot Head was our 530th subscriber tonight. So thank you, everyone, for your support and being here. We are over 20 likes. And like I said, this is a show that really started. It's relatively new, have gone on a little bit of a hiatus for a while, mostly because of, honestly, I got tired and it was getting busy at work and it just needed to get some sleep for a while and things like that added up. And, it's really one that you need multiple people to be able to, pull off right with the concept.
well, I'm off and up late, so if you need company, message me. If I'm around,
Absolutely.
I'll jump in.
Absolutely, I know, and I appreciate the support and thank you. So I did want to say that I'm going to hit a couple of these things, then we can really go off the reservation with things. Let's see.
Really, reservation comment? I mean,
huh?
Really, that comment to me?
I'm sorry. Yeah, you know me. I'm learning these things these days. You know me. I'm all love. Big hugs.
Yeah, Olive Garden used to be good.
Giving
It's
you
not good
crap
anymore.
anyways. I know the roots of that phrase and I still use it all the time myself.
I know. Ho, 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 good green giant. So, prawns and the
Cheesecake
rules
Factory
of
is
the thumb.
better than Olive Garden now.
Oh, for what? Cheesesteak? I mean, cheesecake or what?
No, for just food.
Just food? Oh,
Olive
okay.
Garden used to be really good, but then they've changed the way they make it or something.
Well,
I don't know.
Let's come back to that in just a second because I keep seeing in JT Kirk because that has something to do with it. We'll come back to restaurant chains. Let me finish up with these pictures real quick because, folks, like I said, this is a traditional for us tonight. And like I also said earlier, some of your experience varies based on your chef and what they do. We had a good entertainer tonight, but I will also say he did this for us.
Oh,
We thought it was going to be part of the show. He's there with a pump and and it was like him, and he just made the heart out of it and gave it to the missus.
It was part of the show. He was there with a pump.
Yes.
That just
exactly.
sounds like a completely different type of show when you say he was there with a pump. I'm sorry.
JT sounded like Lisa there for a second.
I know,
yeah,
right?
I miss her,
I know.
but yeah.
I know.
How did they make the bend at the top of the heart and the balloon?
That's what I was wondering.
He twisted it and did something. I can't describe how he did it, but he got that bend in it. It was like you would think that it would have been more or twist or something, but he did it.
That's a magic trick as far as I'm concerned. That really is.
He did it. He pulled it off. By the way, did you see the little firefighter guy back here? Hungry Boy, did you see that earlier?
I don't think so.
The little dude back there? Oh, okay. Let me pull it back down here.
Oh no, I did. No, don't show it again, please.
Okay.
I did.
Did you see the live action when he was peeing on the fire?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's so funny.
So
Okay.
appetizing.
I have seen them do that in person.
All right, so I believe that is probably the well. Here's the cleanup where they pour all different things of water with it on fire, still hot, and they clean it all down and stuff like that. So, and I believe that is. Let's see.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, wait! I do lemon pie. Welcome. Good to see you. Merry Christmas for what's left of it. But hey, this JT Kirk, you mentioned egg. You wanted egg. Here's your egg.
Sir.
I would not eat that.
Really?
Yes, it's too big of a chunk of egg.
You,
Oh, I
you
do
don't
that.
like eggs in general, or just
No,
idea
I don't
of
like
it?
eggs in general. See, this is where I also wish Lisa was here too, because it's like
Texture.
she
It's
gives me
texture thing.
she gives me a hard time about the egg too. But it's like it's too much of it, and it had 3 big pieces of it.
I have
So-
a lot of textural issues, so I absolutely get you. It's the same reason
Yeah.
why everybody loves it. I can't stand nuts in chocolate because chocolate has to have a silky texture.
Right.
Same way I can't stand chocolate with ice cream because it has to be silky. It can't have
Right.
any other consistencies. Chocolate has to be perfect.
Whew. Well,
I
folks,
get you, Eagle. I mean, your mouth is enjoying something smooth and creamy, and then suddenly there's this hard crap going against your teeth. I understand completely.
Okay.
Oh, that's not what I meant. No,
Leave my private life out of this.
No.
He's so smooth and creamy.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
Across
I'm
the
sorry.
Silky
I came in with the
recipe.
butt head. I'm sorry. Okay.
That's all right.
I'm sorry.
That's
As soon as you said that, all I could think is leave my private life out of this.
No, that's
I
not what
came
I
in-
meant.
I come in telling them I'm a little salty tonight anyway. And hey, I'll be honest. I'll be honest.
Never mind.
I'm hungry. I did not know how many people would be available tonight and stuff. And like 4 of y'all just coming in, jumping in, talking with me, and we've got 16 people watching us.
And to be fair to my friends who grew up in the land of the Redcoats versus George Washington's troops, the thing that is amazing about that is how tired all of you must be. And I really appreciate that on behalf of Dadman. Thank you very much for being here, all of you.
I'm not tired. I'm hyper as hell even after my CBD.
I'm not going to ask about the CBD. That's a bank here in Australia. So
No. CBD is with the medicine they make with removing THC from that stuff.
the big tall fluffy plant. Yes, that one. I'm aware.
And oregano.
It is medical for me because of the Parkinson's and stuff. So
Well, no. Here they just refer to them as the oils. It's a nickname. So if you say, "Oh, I've had the oils," then I know exactly what you mean.
I'm
How does that compare to the vapors?
I'm using the scientific name. Sorry.
No, I like that. I appreciate that. The vapors.
All right. Well, let
that's
me
funny.
give you a second. Let me give you a
Look at
second.
the vapors.
Give me a second to retake command for a minute, because
No.
Snorpoopus does not like crunchy peanut
Revolt,
butter.
revolt.
And then I would have liked 2017 do one egg shortage. Panda Express did corn
See,
and
I like
fried.
crunchy.
See,
peanut
I like
butter than I
Well,
like spoon.
can I
that.
add
The
this on
corn
the
and fried
short
rice would
list?
be good.
I don't like freaking yogurt because yogurt has to be silky.
Yep.
Shreddy balls.
It's so funny. We're now having
family recipe.
All
the
right.
great peanut debate of Christmas right here,
Exactly.
ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
Here's where it
Put peanuts
began.
in fried ice. Put peanuts in. And Lemon Pie says hello to Miss Ashy.
Hi, hi. How are you?
All right. On that note, though, Ashy has got to go take care of the little ones. So
Yep.
Ashy, tell everybody about yourself and your channel. I'm going to put the link. your
I
link
keep
out.
saying I'm going to put videos on my YouTube, and I just have not done it. I stream 100% on Twitch right now. It's the same as my username here, Ashley_/427. Right now I'm working on the new a game that I just got called Days Gone. It's a zombie game.
Ooh.
I just finished Resident Evil and 4 and Last of Us. And I stream everything. I'll do Fortnite, I'll do the horror games, I'll do whatever,
Will you do Five Nights at Freddy's?
I haven't got it. So if I get it, and there's
That's an
games
in-joke.
I
That's
have
an
games in my Steam that I'm not even touched. So I have plenty of content to go through, but
Hungry's on a Five Nights at Freddy's kick after the movie, so
Yeah.
I'm sure if you got it, he would watch Twitch. He does.
That's probably the only thing that could get me to watch Twitch.
Is that a bad jump scare one though?
No, it's a very smart, intelligent film.
Okay.
It's really very much like a 1966 Hammer horror film from Britain.
Gotcha.
Very much.
Yeah,
See,
we
what's
actually
so-
did a show on it. Hungry Mrs. and I did a show on it recently.
I loved
if
it.
you want to check out.
What's so funny is I jump scare very easily, and I will scream, literally scream. And so it's been like I don't know if you guys ever played Fear Therapy, but Fear Therapy, the jump scares are in your face. Like I lost my voice from playing that game.
I promise you that's not. I don't know about the games, but the film I can promise you doesn't have that many jump scares. But I looked at it. I looked at a couple of videos from the games, and yeah, I think there are more than a couple of jump scares there. So to be fair, on during the Christmas season, maybe watch the movie and pretend you played the game.
Right? Yeah, Days Gone. I like it good so far. I just started it a day ago. But my only complaint with it right now that I have, and it might be just a me issue, I've tried moving the audio settings around, it still's doing it. Like I will hear the zombies, but I have no direction of where I'm hearing them. So it sounds like it sounds like they're right next to me, and I look around, they're not next to me. They could be on the other side of the building that I'm next to, but there's no direction, and there's no like if they're far away, there's no muteness to it. Like you can't tell where they are.
Right. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, and I've tried changing like 3D audio. I've tried changing the headsets. That's my only complaint with it right now. But other than that, I like it so far.
Good. Very happy to hear that.
All right. Well, we need to say goodnight to Ashy. So if you're on the Twitch,
drop me a follow, please. I just started streaming in March, so I'm trying to get everything. I've come a long ways, but I'm always looking for new stuff. So,
and you got some Southern accent to draw the people in too,
right? And when I'm playing the game, like you'll hear me like scream and yell and curse. And
you're not the only one. Snorpoopus is about ready to get back to bed. He sensed a disturbance in the farce and had to pad out here to check YouTube for a bit. He knew I was about to do something. Hey, it's always like I always said when Snorpoopus started coming over, when he first subscribed, that's when I knew I really hit the big time on YouTube, because this guy's been an icon and a rock star in chats everywhere. One of the good gentle. He's got his little naughty side, which everybody loves, but definitely one of the class people around YouTube. So I know when he started watching, and when he's in the Mrs. chats, it's definitely I've done something really good. But hey, Snorpoopus, thanks for being here as long as you have. Lurk as long as you want to, and hope you rest well too if you check out. So, but Ashy, any last thoughts? I mean, we got your link here.
I appreciate you posting the links, and I enjoy these talks. I look forward to the next one.
And we do Fortnite sometimes together too. We need to do some more of that this week, probably. Just keep in touch with me, because I don't work this week, so I'm gonna take advantage of it as much as I can. So, and everybody,
90 Max, 90.
Oh, right.
Good night,
Good night, guys. Thanks for having me.
Good night, Ashy. Take care.
Good night, Ashy.
All right,
Good
bye.
night.
Good night, Ashy.
And just before Ashy turns her earphones off, she should have been the voiceover for Rogue in the X-Men. Seriously, she got a perfect voice for Rogue. That would have been fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one. So, all righty. So we've got 13 people left here with us, and we got the 4 of us. So, I got different options that we can go into. Like I mentioned, I got some other memes that we've used before, but you know what? I don't care. I mean, we got some new people in with us tonight, and so why not choose a few new things? I'll repeat a few things if we need to. So,
just since Eagle is here, I just want to say that I'm not a fan of Christmas horror films, but if they had a Christmas horror film where Santa was fighting off something evil, but Santa had a bow and arrow, a traditional bow and arrow, and knew how to use it properly, I would be ready to watch that movie. I would watch that one. Santa with a... Go ahead.
I would too, but I wonder, and I'm not really a fan of horror myself. That's mostly to mock it when I do watch it. I wonder how many people actually have the skills to either work a bow and arrow or actually make them anymore.
I couldn't make them. I used to work with a traditional a compound, no, sorry, I think it's composite when you layer the woods. Is it composite? Right. I worked with one that basically looked like something from around 800 AD. And that wasn't easy to do, so I wasn't able to really learn anything more complex than that. But it's incredibly fun.
Multiple techniques for making them. One of the ways a lot of the tribes would make them is literally to get a very strong stick and actually go through processes to reinforce it and help it bend, and then actually just literally sit there and whittle and carve it into place. And
That's the way I prefer.
I've actually done that before.
All right.
Which I don't know what that says about how much of a redneck I am. I was like 7 the first time I shot a deer. So.
Oh my goodness, that's
that was with a gun. I learned to shoot guns when I was 6.
Yeah.
And Nighty-O Snorty, I'm sorry you had to go. Nighty-O Max,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to go. I hate it when people have to go, but yeah.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
It's always. But you know what seems to happen a lot is that even when people leave, it's like new people come in. It's like either on the panel or you know, whether it's on the panel or if it's in the the chats. It's like there's a rotating group of things and group of people. So it's really, really cool to see. So
I'll just poke and prod Hungry a bit and tell him, guess how old I am turning.
Well, actually I had a couple of friends with similar ancestry to yours, so it's a little hard to tell because the age thing gets a little weird there, but and also, men should never talk about a lady's age. I'm sorry.
Okay, if I may be female, I ain't no lady, so go ahead. And I'm not ashamed of my age.
I would say somewhere between 35 and 49.
No. You don't get to do the lazy guesses.
The lazy guesses. All right. I would guess 38 as an illustrator.
Actually, you're closer than almost anybody is because most people, I literally get carded for things and told I'm in my 20s all the time. And I am turning 40 in a few days.
Okay. That was pretty close. All right.
Now, what was your first thought and appearance and why did you go to the age you did?
Well, in terms of appearance, you have to understand I'm an illustrator, so I'd be told what ages to draw people. So I would have to, what's the term for JT when you de-engineer something? When you
deconstruct?
Yes.
Or reverse engineer?
That's it. Reverse engineer. I had to reverse engineer people when I would draw them. So, writers would give me a very specific set of background aspects of a character. So with you, and unfortunately I'm having a look at, let me go full screen because this is just a postage stamp I'm looking at right here. Okay, that's a little better. So first off, I look at skin texture, and then I look at the, particularly with women, but also with men, the amount of wrinkles around the neck and the décolletage, and you know what I mean by décolletage. And then there are little things that can age a woman faster in terms of the face. Smoking anything nicotine based is a major portion of that. So I thought, well, maybe she doesn't smoke nicotine. Let's take that into account. But still, looking at your face and your lips and the lack of crinkle lines at the edges of the corner of your mouth, that meant you had to be under 42, because that's when those really set in.
The funny thing is, with all the things you're describing, the marks in my neck and my face, the few wrinkles I do have, I've had since I was like 15. Everyone assumed when I was 15, I was in my mid to late 20s. And people still assume I'm the same basic age. I've had people, when I show them pictures of me as a teenager, assume they were recent shots.
Yes.
So I was like, I got all these aging marks young, and then I just kind of goes to the way,
But also, I assume that you do get a fair amount of sunlight in your life on your skin. Not more than the average person, but the thing is, there are these particular wrinkles that a woman gets if they don't get work done, if you know what I mean, right at the top of their cleavage and right at the bottom of their neck. And those are real tell signs. But also the other thing is your forehead is very clear. You don't have a lot of, I can tell the difference between a naturally clear forehead and a Botox forehead in a second. Botox foreheads are nasty. They're just nasty.
No, he's right there. I'm sorry. I'm going to agree with that. I can't say.
Yeah.
I don't get why fellow women are getting plastic surgery. Whether or not you think you look younger or not, it doesn't look natural and it doesn't look beautiful. You look better. Let's look at two classic country singers for comparison. Look at Dolly Parton now and Reba McEntire now. Which one's hotter?
I plead the Fifth Amendment.
What
I haven't seen a picture of either one of them.
Giant silicone boobs.
Yeah, I know.
I'll pull up the pictures and show you what I'm talking about. Okay.
Okay, that works.
If you said Dolly in 1973, I'd know which answer to give you. But I like Reba a lot.
Yeah, but the last time I thought I saw Reba, I think Reba looks different than what she used to.
Yeah, she does.
Sort of,
a lot.
She's aging, but it's not unattractive.
Correct.
And that's what I was going to get at here. So I'll just pull up a couple things where they show them recently. And
thank you. Well, I mean, a good example of that, and this is a woman, an actress I really like, Courtney Cox, and I liked her before she ended up on Friends, and she's had a lot of work done on her, and she regrets it. She's had some of that work, retroactively removed, shall we say, and
to an extent, you can only do so much.
Right. I mean, you can never fix, if you get lip filler, so you get that bee stung lip look, you can never fix your mouth again. You keep your natural mouth or you lose it. You don't have a third option. You can't fix it after it's been fixed up. And other parts of a woman's anatomy, I mean, I'll be honest, I hate butt jobs. I cannot stand them. They look obvious. They look deformed.
There was a story too, which was actual story of the girl who landed herself in a coma for 3 months because she got butt implants and they exploded in the gym.
Yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but
yeah, I know.
My butt exploded in the gym. It just sounds humorous. I'm sorry. I know it's not a funny situation.
When Dadman gets back, or if he's still there able to pay attention, I put a screen share there. This is the comparison. They're both beautiful women, and they're not unattractive now. But one, you can see a more natural face with wrinkles happening. One, you can see the plastic lines. And I'm sorry, but the more natural face looks better.
Well, Ashley is with us still, at least in the chat, saying the butt chops look like they're wearing a loaded diaper.
Okay, Dadman, can you show the screen share?
That's true. That is true.
All right. Okay.
Hello, Jess.
Hello. Here's the comparison line.
All right.
They're both attractive women overall.
Reba all the way. Going to Reba.
Dolly is losing her looks from the plastic surgery. I'm sorry.
Yes. Although
Reba
then again, isn't she in her
classy.
70s now? Isn't she in her 70s?
They're both around 70. Dolly's a little older than Reba, but they're in the same age range.
But see, the thing is, like Sophia Loren ages naturally and still looks great despite the wrinkles. Dolly could have looked like an American Southern Appalachian Sophia Loren if she wanted to.
Dolly looked better a few years ago before she started getting really heavy with the plastic surgery. When you could see the aging marks than she does now. And that's what kills me. She's a beautiful woman. She doesn't need it. She's so beautiful on her own. Reba, I think I swear, even though you can see the wrinkles, you can see she's a grandmother now more than you could a few years ago. She's just so beautiful and classy in her old age. She's just so amazing.
Hey, look, I'm in my 50s. I don't consider Reba old. I always dated older. So let's say vintage, not old. Vintage.
I'm not saying old is a negative. You got to realize.
I know.
We view the old and elderly as a term of endearment and respect.
Exactly. Oh, I get that. That's something I take into account with you all the time, darling. I do all the time. I've had more than a few friends, who walk the red road, which people think is actually the bad road. And as you know, the red road is not the bad road. It's the black road that's the bad one.
I mean, let's look at what happened with Betty White for so long. Yeah.
Betty.
She was even as old as she got, almost 100. All that, the fact that she aged naturally, you could see the old age dimples and all that. She was still charming and endearing as she got older. She was still cute in her own way.
And Elsa Lanchester, too, who people forget was the incredibly sexy woman who played the Bride of Frankenstein. And also at the beginning of the Bride of Frankenstein, she played Mary Wollstonecraft Shelley. She looked great. She was chosen for her beauty, but her acting acumen back in the 1930s. And she just let the wine age naturally in the bottle, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And look, I understand, and going to what Buddy said in chat, I understand there are legitimate reasons for plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah.
For medical
Buddy's right.
stuff. I may have to at some point. I don't want to, because the one that I might need to is kind of scary considering the steps involved. But I medically might have to at some point do something that's still considered one of those.
Well, just in case any of you guys come to where I live, be prepared to pay like $50 in sunscreen for a week, because that's a major reason why we have cosmetic surgery. So you get the first surgery to remove what needs to be removed if you get certain bad things from the sun in your skin, and then you have the cosmetic surgery afterwards in order to fix it. And
with my albino issues, sun to me is really bad.
I hear you.
No, I mean, part of the reason I dye my hair is not because I'm ashamed of my grays. It's because my hair will literally melt and turn into a freaking calico with white spots because of the sun. Because I'm so sensitive. So, yeah, it's literally, I hate the sun at times, I swear.
One of the people I think is the biggest evidence for just look the way you are, don't get elective plastic surgery, be Madonna. If you see the way that she looked in 2023,
I never thought she was as pretty as people claimed, but
true.
No,
she was darn pretty enough. She was already darn pretty enough. And you know, something happened because she grew up in Bay City, Michigan. And let me tell you, nobody in Bay City is getting plastic surgery, especially not on the scale that she did. You just wouldn't do it. Most people there are obese. You know, drinking, smoking, that type of thing. It's a Midwestern town. You're not going to try to. So something after New York or LA really got to her, and I feel bad for her because she spent a ton of money on it. And I hate being judgmental about this type of thing. I really do, but she looks frightening. In a lot of the 2023 pictures, she looks frightening to me.
Other people, I'm sorry, I don't have that much shame in judging Madonna for things, but I do actually feel sorry that she can't let go. I mean, I saw this coming several years ago when she did this award show, and she was trying to dress in one of her old costumes.
Oh,
and
God!
She literally had to put a sling under her butt to try to hold it up in the costume because it was sagging too much.
Yep. I remember that.
Like,
painful.
oh my God, just stretch your age, woman. If you have to have a sling to hold your ass up, it doesn't need to be hanging out. I'm sorry.
But I mean, there are aspects of this too. Like men will not, in general, they will get cosmetic surgery, a lot of them, but not as much as the women. But what the men will do is go out when they're after 75 years old.
The one he has as a screens. As is known for. He's openly said it. He looks younger now than he did in the 90s, for crap's sakes, but not in a healthy way.
Yeah. But you know, like you look at Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones. It's like, dude, I love you. I have loved your songs ever since I was 12 years old. Get off the stage, man.
Yes.
Stop wearing the tights. Don't wear the tights anymore. You know, no. Your legs aren't working. Atrophy happens after age 50. Atrophy happens. It's terrible.
Oh, Wes Cagle. Yeah, I've seen that. I'm just like that.
Yeah, West.
That's like, oh, I mean,
I can cite a couple situations I know where. Yeah, they go a little more into it and get things that they know.
But you don't even look the same. You don't even look the same.
No, I was actually what I was saying is because I know a couple cases where they had to get medical plastic surgeries, and yeah, they went a little above and got it the way they always wanted it before the issues. But one of them is somebody close to me in family that, and the reasons I won't say names are obvious at this point. When she was 30, had the full double mastectomy. It went, okay, well, if I have to get rebuilt anyways, I'm gonna get the boobs I always wanted. And got more. And
that's logic.
One of my nieces who was mauled by a dog as a kid and actually had to have part of her face rebuilt.
Yeah, that's important.
So, I mean, there are legitimate reasons for this stuff, but I'm sorry. I don't want to tell people what to do. I think it's your choice
Yeah.
if you're over 18, but please think about it, people, because it's not healthy. And well, I mean,
But
Well,
you
and
know what?
also-
People's choice. People have choices, but what's not healthy is this.
There we go.
When one snowflake falls, here comes Mariah Carey.
Oh no!
Oh no!
With that Christmas song.
Oh, that's good. Was that
Oh.
a Mr. A supplied one, or did you find that?
I believe this was a Mr. A supplied one.
I thought so.
Yes. I figured you'd get a kick out of that. So hey,
I do.
We got a few others here. We got it. Hey, for those that love Nightmare Before Christmas, here's how you visit Santa.
Oh dear.
Like I said, some of y'all may have seen these before. Some people knew. I don't think Rosetta or Hungry have seen this.
No, I haven't, and I wish I hadn't. Oh dear me!
Oh God, so funny. And so here we go. Hey, for you cat lovers, keep your cats away from the trees.
Yeah, be smart. Buy
kinda
2
kills
things.
the fun.
What? Pardon?
That kind of kills the fun of the tree too.
Well, the thing is, I'm just looking at this person who bought this thinking, you dumbass, now you paid for 2 things that are going to get destroyed. Well done. The cat's taking down that fence, and then the cat's taking down the tree. Do not challenge a cat. Don't challenge a cat.
I have 3 of them. Just embrace it. There's a reason I only put plastic ornaments and heavy metal ornaments I made myself on the tree now.
Yeah, I get you.
Embrace it. They're evil, and if they break a plastic one, it's not a big loss.
Well, I mean, it's like living where I live. You choose to live where you live. You know you're going to get cyclones. You just adjust to the idea. If you're putting things that look like cat toys, 100 cat toys on a tree that cats climb up anyway, ever since like 10,000 years ago, they are going to climb up and knock this crap off the tree. They're genetically designed to do so.
Eyes are they love the lights because they really twinkle to them. You got to realize cat trees are like trying to hold a bag of catnip in front of a cat and say, "Come on, don't touch it."
I know, yeah. Or it's like holding a bag of Peruvian devil talcum powder in front of a producer in 1985 Hollywood and saying, "Do not snort, baby. Do not snort. You can't snort it." No.
Wow.
One day we're going to break out into a Broadway opera, a Broadway musical with Hungry Boy here.
We already talked about Snow on Christmas Hungry, okay?
Oh, good. I'm glad I missed that one.
You became the very same thing you swore to destroy.
Yes, precisely.
You were the chosen one.
Hello to Tim's Talk. Hey, on your left.
Hey, Tim. Merry Christmas, Tim.
See you. How are you doing tonight? Glad to have you with us.
Now, Dadman, if we can talk about Rebel Moon at some point.
Oh, good. Now my battery's running low. I got to move to the other room and recharge. So I'm going to duck out and come back. Seriously, I'm going to duck out and come back. I got 16% on this laptop. I gotta.
Sure.
Well, it sounds like you got something to do. I might just sit here and take a nap while you guys talk Rebel Moon then. Because
no. I mean, continue your memes.
No.
I'll be right back. Oh God, that meme.
Look, Dadman, look.
What?
Look what I got.
Oh, kitty.
That tiny kitten I got a few months ago.
Yes.
He weighs almost 20 pounds now.
Oh my God, that thing's huge. That is huge. It was a kitty before. Now it's huge. Yeah, I'm going to wait for Hungry to get back for this one.
Look at the size of this thing now.
It's a mountain lion, not a cat.
Yeah. And he's the one that's been trying to kill my tree all this season.
Oh man, goodness. Yeah, that's
not such a tiny kitty anymore, is he?
No, not at all. I just cannot believe how fast it grows. They grow like that. Yeah,
well, I got him. He was almost a year old. We're pretty sure he wasn't going to have the normal growth spurts because he had stunted issues from what he'd been through, and wasn't having any of his other growth spurts. And apparently, getting in my home and getting fed the higher end food and getting a little pampered and spoiled was all he needed to regrow. And he hit a growth spurt a couple months after I got him. It's just been shooting up the last about month and a half.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yes, I know you want attention. Okay, down off the shoulder. Down off the shoulder, baby. Come on, Panther. He's starting to live up to his name, Panther, isn't he?
Yeah. Black Panther. He's huge. I'm sure the claws are something else.
Yeah. So. And it's getting a lot harder to hold him down to trim them.
Ugh. Yeah. Hard part there. So, wow. It's a nice, beautiful cat, though. Just blends in with the dress, with your room and everything. It definitely does. So, all right. Well, I'm going to actually pop another one of these up here before Hungry gets back. I think Hungry might have seen this one before, but hey, ho, ho, ho. That was the last year Santa would forget to bring his glasses.
I like it.
Very redneck humor on that one.
Exactly. Breaking news. Christmas canceled. Santa shot down after violating Turkish airspace.
Ouch.
Look, I'm not accusing you of anything, miss. I'm just investigating a double homicide.
Wow.
Her coal eyes are up here.
Yeah. She's kind of cold or excited, one or the other. But hey. Well, we'll get back to talking about Rebel Moon a little bit with you and Hungry.
I was hoping Hungry would
he's trying to. Yeah, he is. He's just
hey, would you not stick your paw down my shirt?
Yep. See, and then of course for all you chefs out there, I made a gingerbread house for Christmas. Let me know if you want the recipe.
Nice.
The missus
in high school, I did make the Pentagon as a gingerbread house.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, the missus actually took her memes from today, Christmas Day memes, and she's actually retweeting one per hour on her Twitter account. So it's 24 hours of positivity. So make sure y'all follow her over there on Twitter.
Now, is she
Jess, if you can put
tomorrow morning?
Jess, if you can put Mrs. Twitter link and channel link out there for me, I'd appreciate it if you're around. Yes, she will be live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. as usual for Daily Dose of Positivity, or the Morning Muses with Mrs. Dadman, as she calls it. Go get your daily dose of positivity. And hello, Pop Culture Republic. Hello,
hey, Pop.
Welcome. Good to see you. And Jess has the Twitter link and Mrs. YouTube link, and I'm sure the Twitch link will be right there. Yes, which the Mrs. is monetized on Twitch now. Yay for her. So, but
for the right reasons, it's a wholesome show.
Exactly. You truly get your positive. Her views, she gets a lot of views on Twitch from that show.
Paw out of the cleavage.
So
I must have been too old. I never got into Twitch. I don't know what it was about it. But then you're using Twitch and the missus is using Twitch. And so then I can't say that I was too old.
The hardest part with it really is the setup.
I don't know.
The hardest part is the setup, because the setup can be a little tricky or a little difficult in terms of what the information they want and stuff. As I understand it, it was all done for me. So I don't know, but I know others, like we had to get with Hungry Boy, help him complete the process and get up and on there for that. So it's not a bad platform. There's a lot of good stuff there too, and I'll be honest, and it's just my opinion, but there's a lot of stuff on YouTube that is comparable to the stuff on Twitch. I mean, not necessarily showing stuff, but also the way it's talked about and stuff. And it's like,
I've seen some of that stuff. Like, they tell us not to have sexual content or nudity, but they defended and left up the streams of two gay guys literally teaching people how to use different objects as sex toys.
They picked on people. They've shown over. I mean, look, we joked about your dress tonight and stuff, but it's been on good taste and stuff like that. There's
a difference between joking around while clothed and stuff versus the really vulgar shit that
There's some that are clothed, but they really enhance it, and it comes off the same way. But then again, we do what we do here, and we have fun, and that's what we do. But because the missus will defend Twitch too, because there are a lot of good creators on Twitch. Look at you, or their Eagle Rider. My kid Angs is there. There's a lot of good people, and it's not all hot tubs and stuff there. So, okay, Hungry Boy's back.
All right.
No.
Let me
Hungry
do
Boy.
one. Let me do one thing. Let me do 2 more memes before we'll turn it to you guys to talk about Rebel Moon.
Okay.
First,
I can't talk about Rebel Moon. I've not watched it.
Oh, I thought you wanted to. Anyway, well, here's
I
the
wanted
last
them
thing.
to talk about.
I have no clue, and I don't know. I think only one it has is JT, so we'll let him opine. But the last thing a Christmas ornament sees before it dies. So,
this is true.
I love that. That is so true.
Send me that one, actually. I'm going to send that to my mom.
Will do. And this one here, we're going to get, well, actually, here, I'll show you this one too, for the heck of it. For you Back to the Future people, just watch out for the blasphemy. But hey.
I get that one.
No.
on Christmas Day. So
that's just a Saturday night in my town.
All right. But we're going to go to Rebel. JT's got to follow this one up with Rebel.
Are you able to put up any pictures from Google or anything while we're talking about it?
I'll check IMDb to see if I can find anything.
Okay.
But
so folks can kind of see the art style. So
okay, but here, hold on one second. One more meme. Here's the last one. Get ready, Rosetta. You're going to love this one.
That was a cute kitty, by the way. That was a very cute kitty.
I don't know if Hungry saw this. He might have not, but we're going to push it with this one. Dear Santa, I want a little brother for Christmas. Sincerely, Timmy. Dear Timmy, send me your mommy.
Oh,
no. So no pressure, JT, but we got 12 people still with us. Thank y'all.
Sure.
Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. We hit 5:30 tonight, and we are also at 115 on the Twitch side. So, all right, JT, tell us what this show is about. I've heard a lot about it on Twitch.
So I will give out some spoilers. So
Pop Culture Republic is Rebel Moon chat time. Finished that yesterday. Okay.
Yep. Some others in the chat have seen it. So even if I'm the only one on the panel, I know others have seen it, and hopefully they can disagree with me and paint it in a better light than I'm about to. So anyway, here we go. So a lot of people have been calling this Zack Snyder film that cost a few $100 million on Netflix, Star Wars for adults. Yes and no. I will disagree with Critical Drinker on how closely it copies Star Wars, but if you're wondering what it's like, it copies Star Wars. The movie starts off, and it really bothers me because it's science fantasy. If you tell me it's adult Star Wars, strong, independent woman is running from the Empire on a planet in the Outer Rim, and she is farming. Let me say
good night to Corey. Sorry. Good night, Corey. Thank you for being here so long. Have a good night. Have a good rest. See you tomorrow or later today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our day before yesterday. Days have been running. Yes, exactly. And you have a good week. Hope to see you. Hope to see you before the week's up, though, Corey. All right, take care. All right, JT, go ahead.
Sure. So once again, strong, independent woman running from the Empire goes to a planet on the Outer Rim, and so she is joining a farming community. So a farming community on a planet in the Outer Rim, fleeing from the Empire.
JT, let me stop you for 1 second. Okay, is this part 1 or part 2?
Part 1.
I guess. Okay, is it a movie in the theater?
No, it's on Netflix.
Okay, so is it a movie or a TV series?
It's a movie.
Okay,
it's a movie
so
on
just
Netflix.
one. Okay, all right, gotcha.
But they're intending that this be a Zack Snyder verse with 50 movies and 20 TV shows and toys and all the rest, right? So this is like the first go. Okay.
What is it with the Snyder obsession? He's seriously overrated.
Yeah. So I whatever. So she's on this farm, okay, and you already know that there's a space fleet and all this stuff. She is farming with a horse and plow. Okay.
This is already sounding a bit too familiar from a 1977 kid, dude.
Yep. Horse and plow on a farm in the Outer Rim, fleeing from the Empire. And then the Empire shows up. Now, this town believes in farming with their hands because it makes better food. They don't use tractors.
Oh my
They don't
God.
use space robots. Nothing.
So they're
So
hipsters.
subsistence
They're
farming.
hipsters. Oh.
Subsistence
It's the
farming.
village.
They're using gas,
Space.
Coleman lanterns, and wood fireplaces. And to top it off, it's a Viking village, complete with the leader of the village named Signy. Now, if you know anything about the Vikings, they
Yes.
did all of their visiting and tourism because they couldn't farm.
Right.
They had very poor soil. So why you turned them, that background that you ripped off of that people, that culture, as a farming community makes absolutely no sense. And they're
Because they're
also a
idiots.
bunch of cowards. So the Empire comes in, they immediately kill the leader of the village, and strong independent woman is about ready to take charge of things, right? They kill the wife of the father of the village with a not lightsaber.
All
With a
right.
not lightsaber. Okay. So they say, we want all your an army runs on its stomach. We want all your crop. And so then they leave behind a small contingent of soldiers, stormtroopers, if you will. And so, in about 5 minutes. Oh, and I have to mention, everybody in this group is a white male. Most of them are blonde. I don't know why that is, but they're bad men. They're bad men.
Is this an actual still from the movie?
Yes, that's the admiral, a white male bad man.
In a Wall Street $120 shirt with a $200 tie, and this is a space opera.
Yes. Yeah. So okay. So they leave behind about a dozen men who, of course, are all pigs because soldiers are unprofessional, especially if they're white men.
Oh, God.
And they want to commit non-consensual acts of reproduction against a woman. And these guys are all ripped. Okay. Their muscles are bulging everywhere. Strong, independent woman who don't need no man comes in, here's what's about to happen, and is just 100 pounds of nothing, destroys everyone, kills like all of them right away. And so they're like, crap, well, now that we killed this contingent they left behind, we have to go find the not rebel alliance to come save our butts, because otherwise they're just going to come back and exterminate the town.
This is horrible. Oh, God.
So she has a beta man that she takes on this adventure. And they want to go meet up with a source at Mos Eisley Spaceport. I mean, not Mos Eisley Spaceport. And of course, they meet some guy that says, I've got the death sentence on 12 systems. I don't like you. He doesn't like you either. You'll be dead. She smacks up the guy. He goes out, comes back with a bunch of people. There's an action sequence that's really boring. Blah, blah, blah. They run into a rascal who, is some kind of traitor, blah, blah, blah. Han Solo, who's played by the main character from Sons of Anarchy, blonde dude. Yeah.
God.
So for the next hour and a half, they do really nothing of consequence. Some double crossing, blah, 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 blah. You get to the final act. They're doing this battle sequence that you see here.
Yeah.
She, strong, independent woman who don't need no man, is busy beating up on all the white people because she's not white, by the way. And the only man that's portrayed as in a strong light is a person of color, and his shirt's off, and he's like a bodybuilder supermodel, because it's okay for the men to be eye candy in this, but none of the women. Okay.
So
it was in Buck Rogers for a little bit. We finally got a Buck Rogers episode where he's the eye candy, but
that's funny. That's
yeah.
funny.
So men are allowed to be objectified in this film. The women are not. At a certain point, I fall asleep for about 20 minutes during the hour-long final battle scene, and I didn't miss anything. This movie is filled with random leech squid alien body horror that doesn't add anything to the film but just grosses you out. And they're not like cool aliens. They just they're the, if you remember from Rogue One, the Borgullet or whatever.
Oh yes.
Yep, they ripped that off. So
now let me ask you, say Pop Culture Republic's come in saying that flat muted color palette with lens flare for good measure. Scenes are either
100%.
really dark or blown out.
So he's
100%.
inspired by J.J. Abrams?
Yeah. Well, Zack Snyder's known to do this too.
But she's a former super soldier who escaped the Empire or Imperium.
Yep.
Imperium, what the hell is that? That's like a candy store, isn't it?
Yeah.
Emporium, maybe.
Emporium.
I don't know.
I think of Main Street USA with that. So,
well, one of the reasons that I chose not to see this film, because when you're looking at the IMDb or other websites that give you the information is parceled out up until the film comes out and or is released or is available. And the thing that I had read was that it was originally intended as a Star Wars film. It got turned down as a Star Wars film, so then they continued it as an independent story. But if something is designed to be a continuation of someone else's story, by definition, it is not independent.
Now, see, I will say, just looking at images, this could visually, it looks like it could be of interest because, I mean, you got
visually
the Soviet type looking uniform, and then what are kind of comparable to the Night Sisters are kind of like red rope things, weird face. That it's kind of
but they don't do anything in the film. The red suited ones don't do anything. They just stand
so they're
around.
Useless. They're useless. Okay, great.
Yeah. But they have this look, and I tell you, I would be disappointed by that because I mean, looking at them, those are the first things I look at and say, "Hey, these things, what are they? Tell me more about them." So if you don't talk about them, then
visually, this movie has the least of the problems. Although there is a scene where they come out of like hyper warp space jump drive, and the ship like unfolds space, and it's a ship coming out of a vagina, a space.
I've heard that complaint.
But see, I've seen that picture, and I'm like, I'll be honest, I don't know that I can find that picture, but see. I know the picture you're talking about on Twitter. Oh God! See this thing like this. Look at this. This creeps me out. This is like the Weeping Angels to me.
It's a lot of body horror creepiness.
But if you're not going to use it, then why put it in here?
Style over substance. That's the reason. Which is Snyder's problem.
This would get me. Something like this would hook me in. Like
the
Weeping Angels.
If it was doing anything.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. See when he worked with James Gunn.
Things. Go ahead, Hungry.
I was just going to quick point to back up your point. See, when everyone loves Zack Snyder's remake of Dawn of the Dead, but he was working off of James Gunn's script. He wasn't working off his own story with his own influence. He was a young director back then. That film is like nearly 20 years old. And you look at V for Vendetta, he's working, any of the other films where he was considered good. He's working off other people's material. When he's got influence over the material, things fall down. The dominoes fall down. And that's why I wasn't willing to see this, because I didn't. I looked up the credits of everyone involved, and they did not appeal to me. And I looked up the costume designers and other people involved, and I do like a lot of style, but I need the substance as well.
And you will find it severely lacking. Now, a couple things on this, Hungry, to back up your point. I don't even remember.
Wow.
That tells you a lot about the film. You can clearly tell, and I'm sure tons of other YouTubers already pointed this out, the way that they're fighting in hand-to-hand combat and shooting and everything. You can tell that this movie was originally made as a rated R film. And all they did was take the blood out to try to get it under PG-13, and it doesn't work.
That's cheap.
It doesn't work at all. And you're like, this looks weird because you're expecting blood. You should be seeing blood. The level of violence that the characters have towards one another is far above what you see in Star Wars, except for maybe the arm lop off in Star Wars.
Of course, these are the non-lightsabers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a break. Non-lightsabers? Oh, please.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. Oh, dude. Oh, this hurts. This hurts. Merry Christmas, everybody.
But
Merry Christmas. Here's your non-lightsaber lightsaber.
what really just bothers me is all the classic Netflix things where men are cuckolded, made betas, white people are evil, unless it's a woman, then she's allowed to be okay. But everyone that is not white is a protagonist in the story, and everybody that is white is bad or emasculated, a wimp.
Well, see, it comes
needs
off
to
as
be
a bad.
rescued.
It comes off as a bad Star Wars then, because the whole thing was you didn't feel that way with Empire with the Star Wars movies, but it was Palpatine was truly white and this, that, and the other. The white guys was bad guy, but there's a lot of stuff like that.
In Pop Culture Republic brings this up. There is some stuff that reminded you a little bit of Chronicles of Riddick, which was a missed opportunity of a cinematic series of movies too. But I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But
I know.
I wouldn't.
These creatures get me. These creatures get me. It's like. And Pop Culture Republic was saying it made them think of Farscape instead of Star Wars.
It's in service of nothing. The sad thing is this is all in service of nothing. There are scenes too where I think they don't make it clear to me. Maybe if I rewatched it, which why would I? That admiral that you were showing apparently was deleted at the end of the movie, but he comes back and the animation, I don't know if they're bringing him back in a new body, like a cloned body, or if it's the original body. But they haven't.
Nobody's ever really gone.
Well, yeah, there's another Star Wars trope.
Exactly.
They bring him back with a bunch of tubes and everything hooked up to him in a Bacta tank, and because I have no other way of explaining it.
Yeah,
and. The animation
at least try to be different.
CGI was so low quality. I thought I was watching one of those really bad Wolverine X-Men movies.
Oh my God! With Deadpool having his mouth go away, right? That one.
At certain points, the movie looks beautiful. I love the. See, here's the problem, Dadman. There's what looks like a Nebulon B frigate that the Empire's flying around.
Right.
And they have ships that look like one of the ones from the Mandalorian flying around. The ships look cool. Okay. The ships do look cool, again, in service of nothing. And I'm forgetting where I wanted to go with it, but it was just so disappointing that you're like, cool ships. Okay. But it's doing nothing. Blah, blah, blah. It's doing nothing.
Did they do nothing with Lady Hornhead that Dadman showed just a moment ago?
I can't remember her even being in the movie. If she was there, it was a small piece.
That means they did nothing with her. And that means, oh, geez.
Is she standing around in the band of misfits at the end of the movie that they're clearly setting up for the second Empire Strikes Back ripoff? Sure. Sure.
I hate standing pose moments. I really do. That's a comic book trope that goes back to 1989. It's
okay.
disgusting.
PCR confirms. Yeah, nothing was done with Lady Hornhead.
There's two characters that you've already described that they did nothing with.
She had a really cool, the costume was really cool. She had kind of a Hindi influence to her.
Yeah,
it did. It looked like it got my...
things. Definitely Indian subcontinent type of look, which if you're going to make an Indian about that, cool.
It did get my attention. Each one of those did get my attention. And
but they all seem like playing cards from something like Wizards of the Coast. Oh no. No, you know what I mean though. It's like it's an image and there's a little bit of information on the back of the card, but there's no story attached.
Hey, Admiral Teague.
Hey, Teague! Merry Christmas, dude. Merry Christmas.
Hey, Teague, check your DMs in a second.
The movie was too long. I guess there's rumored to be the Snyder cut, blah, 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 that's rated R with blood.
I really
and
can't stand
I'm
Snyder.
It's longer. I'm like, this movie was already like 45 minutes too long because they
How
don't.
long was it? How long was it?
I want to say it was like 2 hours.
Okay.
Can somebody please explain to me why so many people have this idolization of Snyder? He really does suck. He's really good in the same group with J.J. Abrams and Alex Kurtzman.
But so to be fair, I did watch Critical Drinker's negative review of this movie, and I said, you know what? I like the guy, but I want to go in it and like it. I really just want to like this thing and be counter orthodoxy to a lot of the YouTube sphere. You know, I think we all know
the YouTube sphere. The YouTube sphere is claiming to be counter orthodoxy, so they must allow you to be counter orthodox if you so choose.
Yeah, and like Dadman says, you're allowed to like whatever, you know, what you want, and we don't all have to like the same things here. So I said, you know what, I'm going to watch this damn thing, and I am going to like it. You know, I'm going to be the one that likes the Phantom Menace.
So hard. You tried so hard.
And Hungry, we had a couple other people here in the chat before this that said I noped out after 10 minutes. I noped out after 40 minutes.
Wow.
2 hours and 15. Thank you, Pop Culture Republic. He's coming in, saving us. Yeah.
2 hours and 15 minutes? Oh my God. And there might be a longer version? Oh, hell no. I'm never spending 2 minutes.
I slept 20 minutes. So that's why it was only 2 hours.
You got your nap.
To be fair, I had one of my two kitties and I was laying there on the couch and she let me hold her like a stuffed animal and she just slept in my arms and had a blanket around us. And it was a beautiful moment. But yeah. So you can't blame me for falling asleep too much, but I just didn't care. I wanted to so bad. Because if it was really Star Wars for quote unquote adults, it could be cool. I rate
it mostly harmless. I wanted to like it, but it's bland. I don't hate it, but I didn't enjoy it. I was hoping for so much more.
I mean, when I was looking as an illustrator, when I was looking at there's like hundreds of photos on IMDb plus elsewhere. And I was just looking at it thinking, oh no, Zack Snyder has seen a couple of Guillermo del Toro films and he thinks he can do this in space. No. I mean, it's Labyrinth in space. No. And it turns out to be worse than expected. So I'm sorry you had to go through that, my man. But you know, at least we had the Cosmic Whiz Kid.
I'd rather rewatch the Cosmic Whiz Kid. And I'm not joking. But no, see, what I really wanted for this movie was to A, leave Star Wars in the dust. B, have it duke it out with Dune on a technology level, on an acting level, on a storytelling level. I wanted that versus Dune to go head to head. And then we can all sit around like it's the 80s or the 70s and say,
argue which is better.
Star Wars versus Star Trek. Yeah. Have a big nerd argument because this was cool.
Well, you want to talk about nerd? You want to talk nerd arguments? Well, let me bring in a good arguer from New York, the great Admiral Teague. Hey, Teague.
You have done well, my friend.
Admiral on deck.
Admiral on deck.
Admiral, been a while.
Hello. It's nice to see everybody. Hold on while I turn on the hologram. Hey, you like my new avatar? It's Fed for Hire made it for me.
Nice. Very nice.
Nice.
Nice to see you all.
Well, you're in a gold shirt. I guess, isn't that a captain's shirt? Or is it the
No, that's one of the most famous characters in Star Trek, the original series, dude.
Looks like he's got a headache, like his head's about to explode.
He's got PTSD. He's got PTSD, dude.
Oh, is that what that is?
He has PTSD. It's still going on.
Well, I mean, technically, it's post-traumatic doomsday machine disorder.
Yes,
if you really think about it.
You mean the thing that looks like a big giant bugle? Wow.
Yes.
Yes. The one with the C's channel and check out his 3D printed cornucopia.
Well, let me real quick. Tig, how are you doing tonight?
It's I'm doing great, and it's an honor to be here. Thank you,
Good.
Dadman.
Well, you're welcome. I'm not sure much longer we're going to be going, but we took a tour on the Rebel Moon and Pop Culture
Everybody's
Republic.
mixed on Rebel Moon.
Hello.
No one is like, hey, PCR.
Hey
It's
there.
like,
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Hello.
Welcome to the pre-planning meeting for tomorrow's Comic Relief Crusader show.
He was like, screw this nerd crap. I'm just going to be playing my game for a while. What are you doing, Eagle? What are you doing? Yeah.
Tired.
I just came off an
You
hour
keep hanging
live stream
out with us.
myself.
We'll find some fun stuff, Eagle. But since we hit this
I was
movie,
working on that for a little bit, by the way.
So
that's cool.
Pop
Thank
Culture,
you.
what's your overall assessment with this series? So briefly, because like I said, I don't know much about it. I don't think Eagle Rider does, or Hungry has.
No, that's the reason I'm
the-
tuned out. Trust me, I'm good with nerd stuff. It's just this one.
Yeah, I'm just
I didn't
kidding.
even hear about it. I've already checked out.
Yeah,
Pop
the
Culture.
you mean the Magnificent Seven, Rebels, Samurai, etc., etc., etc.
Oh,
Yes,
Also,
that
Rebel
in
Moon.
And
one
we have no
sentence,
new
ready?
ideas at all.
All
We
the
have no
criticism,
creativity.
all the
Yeah,
criticism
yeah.
I've heard can be summed up in one sentence. Same old Zack Snyder. It's too
Oh,
long.
pretty
it's
much.
too
I mean,
slow, it's too bloated,
everything-
and it's a half a movie again. He's like, just wait till you get the whole movie in like 6 more months. What?
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
crowdfunding his film by watching his film. I thought we were seeing
It's
his
a
film.
two-parter, so we're going to get set part 2 in what, April of next year.
I
That's
saw
a
that.
little less
I
bad.
saw
every
on
movie-
IMDb.
I want to
saw-
go on record. That's less bad than what I heard. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
I saw on IMDb that 2024 is supposed to have part 2. But go ahead, Pop
Yeah.
Culture. You go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, every movie he's ever done has the same color palette. It's muted colors. There's no bright colors. There's no
Terrible.
evenly lit scenes. It's either really dark
look like
or
shit.
overly bright lens flare, almost as bad as J.J. Abrams. But
He's very much like J.J.
Yeah.
Abrams.
That's what
including
I
the shit.
said.
yes,
Eagle.
You know what? The one thing that they both do that I just point out, whenever anything flies past your point of view, whether it be Star Wars or Man of Steel, the camera shakes like it's a real news camera as it's going by. It's
Right,
like, what is the
right.
point of that in Star Wars? The
Mm.
camera's not even a reliable narrator in Star Wars.
no. Every movie Zack Snyder's done has borrowed heavy elements from other movies I've enjoyed so much more. Like like he's mentioned one time he did his version of Terry Gilliam's Brazil, and that was Sucker Punch. And I watched Sucker Punch
How did he get
unfortunately
one
in the
from
theater.
other?
I was watching Sucker Punch and I thought, well, this reminds me of Brazil, a much better film. And sure enough, he borrowed elements of Brazil and made it into his own crap narrative. It's like, oh, come on.
So really, there's
Snyder
no
doesn't have a
original
creative
Zack
mind.
Snyder
Nothing
movie.
original.
There's no
he borrows.
original movie except maybe, but was 300 a Frank Miller novel? Graphic
Yeah,
It
novel?
was
believe
yes,
so.
graphic
Alright.
novel, very
Yeah,
successful
alright.
graphic novel, very
Yeah,
successful.
Watchmen.
he's
Yeah,
not very
Watchmen and
original. He had a
300 were the only
storyboard
two
for
movies of his
300
I
is the way
didn't
to put
mind.
it. Yeah, but he had a storyboard for every
Yeah,
frame.
he had a storyboard. It wasn't his idea.
right.
Rebel
it was a
Moon-
Frank Miller novel.
Yeah,
All the
with Rebel
characters
Moon,
created, by
I
the
was-
way, in 300, all of them. He didn't create one character in that movie that wasn't in the graphic novel.
No,
God created them. They're called historical figures.
Well, Frank Miller was called God for 10 years in comic books, so that's
No,
accurate.
I mean like Leonidas.
Yeah. Yeah, I know,
Now,
I know. Go
question
ahead,
for
PCR.
Pop. Question,
Sure.
Pop.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, again, or would you rather watch Man of Steel again?
I
Option
want a
C,
watch party
neither.
with everyone.
Okay.
I want everyone here and Appion at the watch party for Man of Steel.
No, if only
where
those
every once in a
two,
while
I'd
we
say
stop and ask
Rebel
me
Moon
how I
again.
feel about the characters. Ooh,
The only
Man
good
of
thing about
Steel's
Man
bad.
of Steel is watching freaking Costner die. Okay.
No!
Cast- The casting in Man of Steel is really. It's just,
No,
it's
watching
again,
the
it's
fight
just like
scenes
JJ.
and
No. Just
no,
watching guy.
watching the fight scenes in Man of Steel is like they're flying around beating the crap out of each other. I was thinking, this reminds me of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
That's an
I
insult
agree
to
with
live
Dragon Ball
action
Z, which I
anime.
also can't stand.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, they brought it into Fortnite, and it was like, oh god, really?
Yeah.
You hear
Dragon
that
Ball Z
sound.
is one of the most overrated, sucky animes of all time, right there with Pokemon. That is for noobs who don't know shit
Oh,
about
come on,
anime.
Pokemon's awesome.
No,
But
those are for
I'd
noobs who don't know shit about
say
anime.
Attack on Titan is
Squirtle
heavily
Attack.
overrated. There's like a good list of anime out there that's overrated, but
There's a lot of great anime out there, and then there's the noob shit that they can't hardly sell in Japan, so they bring it over here because they know the masses will eat it up. That's
I like
Dragon
this
Ball,
new
that's
kind of
Pokemon,
anime.
that's...
and hail
There's
to
this new kind
Mary,
of anime
or
that I
sorry,
like. It's
Angry
called
Canadian.
Oh,
If I have
Angry
it correct,
Canadian. Hey, Merry Christmas, Angry Canadian. Good to see you. How are you doing
Merry
tonight?
Hello.
Christmas.
And
Yeah,
a great
there's new
avatar.
kind of
A great
anime that I
avatar.
really dig called hentai. I only found out about it last
no,
couple weeks.
no.
Really
I am
good
not
stuff.
taking
Let's
that
not
conversation,
go there.
Fred.
No,
We're not
no,
going
I
there.
read it
Bad
for the
boy.
articles, okay?
We don't go there.
nope, 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 nope,
No.
nope,
Well,
nope.
I have
Shame on
in
you,
my
bad
hands.
boy.
I have
Oh,
in my
Papa.
hands
At
a
least
Blu-ray
VCR got the
classic,
joke.
Yeah.
Studio Ghibli's Nausicaa of the
Nice.
Valley of the Wind.
There you
All
go.
right.
Well, Angry Canadian only had 4 hours of sleep. He did a big game stream earlier. You feel great?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I usually do to about 3 days later.
And also, I'd
Before-
like to bring up 2 classic animes. If people want to know what classy and classic animes really mean, look up the original Vampire Hunter D and look up an anthology film called Robo Carnival. That is what anime is supposed to be versus like little chittering bobbleheads yelling about, oh, my powers are gone. You know, that, hey, we used to get that crap in the X-Men back in 1982. We don't need anime for that. So that's, but Studio Ghibli is wonderful. Nausicaa is fantastic. I prefer some other films more than Nausicaa, but that's just me and some
Liar,
shows.
you've told me in confidence that Nausicaa is your favorite movie of all time. So, okay, keep going.
That's funny, but no, that is. But also, you know, like old classic, and I mean the Japanese versions, not the Americanized versions, like Captain Harlock, Space Pirate.
Yes.
You know, oh my God, that was an amazing series.
This
and-
is
Ooh,
4K.
that's a
Is
good
that
one.
hentai? Is that also
Yeah.
hentai?
That's
No.
my
You know what?
Christmas right there.
You know what? We're going to have to do
Question-
that. I'm sorry.
Question
Papa,
on
go ahead.
B5, is that Dolby Vision or is that HDR10? That is, let me see here. Putting you on the spot. There
Well, I will
is a big
say-
difference.
I will-
Dolby audio.
Yes.
Okay,
Wow.
I got to get that.
Well, I
I
will
gotta
say
get
though,
that.
Hungry Boy, I do want to talk Gotcha Man with at some point.
By the way, guys, before we go,
Battle of the
I have
Planets.
breaking news. I have
Uh-oh,
breaking news. There's a
breaking
new
news.
interview with Adam Driver where he says they winged it through all of the sequels. He just
I
says
believe
it
it.
outright.
I
No,
believe
but
it.
we have proof.
Yeah.
This
it's-
just in,
it's
water has been
breaking
found
news.
to be wet.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
water makes
surprising, but
things wet.
this is the
Gravity is
first
a
person who's
downer.
gone on the record and said that it's
You might
bullshit.
as well say that geeks like arguing about our culture. It's
Exactly.
it's obvious. I mean,
Well,
Nice.
now, let me ask.
I have no culture.
Well, let me ask
culture.
you guys that are here just in case, because I'm always looking out to talk about new things and all. But what did y'all think about Battle of the Planets? Or it's originally Gotcha Man over in Japan before it came
Yes.
to the States.
I,
But did y'all like the series? What do you think
Loved
of
it.
it?
I
Loved
haven't
it.
seen it.
Battle of the Planets, as in G-Force.
Yes.
Right.
You know
But
what?
the
I
ori-
want to just say something real quick. I don't want to rabbit hole it, but in maybe 1999, I saw a version of that had been completely redubbed and rearranged and re-edited to have different stories. And
Yeah.
like Keop's name was Hootie Hoot Owl.
Oh God.
It was fucking weird. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Oh, is there cursing policy here?
Yeah, just not too many F bombs. They'll come
It's
out
a
just
Christmas
No,
show,
no,
dude. It's a Christmas show.
I shall not
I've
curse
I've
again.
slipped twice.
Merry
with them,
Christmas
so-
to
It's okay.
all. And when you watch "It's a Wonderful Life," just remember, although it's a good movie,
Not if you pay me.
by today's laws, George Bailey would be in jail for those predatory mortgages that he put out on those people in what would become Potterville, no matter what, temporary Bedford Falls. I'd point out that in "It's a Wonderful Life," the one guy says that his wife and kid only left him because he lives in a shack in Potterville. But in Bedford Falls, where he has the toxic mortgage, he's living with his family. So when he can't pay those bills, and George ultimately has to pull the mortgage anyway because he can't go broke. I mean, like, won't it happen anyway? So Bedford Falls is reality. I would rather live in Bedford Falls.
Well, I'm going to say
I'd
this.
take a dental drill to the temple and watch It's a Wonderful Life. It's such a
there you go. Well, hey, listen.
It's a great movie, ironically.
No,
I was going to say, Angry Canadian, go see if you get around 10 more people up, and I'll go another hour. We'll see what happens. But
hey, by the way, Pop,
right now and bring 5 people here.
Hey, Pop, I love the fact that you are using a Space Ghost coast to coast image right now. I love that show so much.
Yes.
That's Christmas.
What is that?
Not Brack.
It's not Brack, but what's
Zorak?
Zorak, yes.
Zorak.
I like Brack. I like the
poor old Brack.
I love Brack.
Poor old Brack.
There's Space Ghost.
Brack rode the short bus to go visit Space Ghost.
Brack was cool though.
No, he's great. But I mean, Zorak was so neat.
By the way, speaking of cool stuff, this guy here, Angry Canadian, make sure you go check his stuff out. He just got finished building a Republic era Star Destroyer, Venator class. It was huge. So,
I love you and I love your work, but you can only be second to Sean Carter, who made me my Constitution. But wow, way to go!
Oh my God, Angry Canadian, you just did it. Angry Canadian just tweeted. Getting 10 more people here. Okay,
guys, I just tweeted out as well. Everybody, the best thing you can do for Dadman and Dadman, ask people for this because I know your subscribers are behind you. I ask from time to time that people tweet out the stream because when we get our YouTube report as creators, what do they keep track of? Congratulations, like 130 people tweeted out your stream last week. They care like that, like you wouldn't believe. So if you want to create a form of cryptocurrency that does not really exist and only you make it, your like and your share, especially if you share it off the YouTube thing where they can send.
I have started doing that with the missus. The missus does her tweets, but I've started sharing hers from the stream that she sets up instead of retweeting her tweets. I've been sharing the links from the actual YouTube site, and I'm going to keep doing that.
I'm generally against having women on YouTube at all, but I like.
Angry Canadian said it took 16 hours to build that.
What was that, Teague? What was that, Teague?
I was being very sarcastic.
He was a crazy admiral.
I'm the snarky back. Look at my face.
Okay, here we go. I'll say it again so that everyone who dislikes me can put it together. I generally disapprove of women being on YouTube, but Mrs. Dadman's okay. That'd be a great beginning for the show. I even said it in an announcer voice. In a world where most women don't belong on YouTube.
I would argue that was more sardonic than
start cutting all these twisted clips out of me and my friends. Because half of the shit we say to each other.
I would argue that was more
out of context. You know?
I would argue that was more sardonic than sarcastic, Teague, but you understand the way I am with words.
And Mrs. Angry Canadian agrees Mrs. Dadman is the best because she does a lot of the builds with you. You guys out there with the builds and stuff. So thanks for the support, everybody.
My favorite thing about Mrs. Dadman is that one, she's the hardest working person on YouTube because I think she's on 7 days a week in the morning.
Yeah.
Mrs. Dadman, we love you. Take Sundays off.
She's evaluating things right now as things. The big thing was to get to the Twitch monetized, and so she's looking, and she's monetized on Twitch, and
That's cool.
Look,
Already there.
when I go there, I see all the right people. It's all the right people, as they like to say in New York. It's the Algonquin table at the club. I'm going to go there and enjoy myself. And she's very sweet with my dyslexia. Because I could have sworn it was 27 seasons of Law and Order SVU, but it's only 25. Who would have known?
I thought you were going to say 72.
I think, honestly, I believe
I-
that it's 25 seasons in the books, which means that there was like that we are now at season 26 or 27. So that's how the production slates would probably look. Just guess.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing: is what people don't necessarily understand either is that she also still does a lot of my production stuff, slides and graphics and all that stuff on top of everything that she's doing now. I mean, she still does it, and she does not do stuff half-assed. If you know her, it's got to be right and it's got to look good because she does not cut corners.
Hey, Hungry.
You know what I've noticed that while still doing that, she has found what I would think would be an amazing pace where she'll actually stop and say, you know what, let me Google that. And everybody in the world has that amount of pause and patience built into their brain. And that has made the show better. That she's one of the things about the show that's great is that she's willing to take the time out to see, like, she's like, and she's puts it in context, like, I don't know if this is right, but this is the top Google answer, like this, whatever we would have found out. It was it's cool. I think she does a great morning show.
Yeah. Cool. So I think I was going to show one because what she's doing is the 24 hours. Her show this morning, she put out. She went through a lot of memes because really there's not much to celebrate than what we obviously what we've got here. On December 25th is the only celebration, really. So she went with memes.
I'm not unaware of any holiday linked to December 25th.
Well, what she's done is she didn't do times of celebrations like she did. She ended up doing more memes. And so what she's now on Twitter, every hour comes out a new tweet with one of the memes from today, like this one here, right here. See. Here we go.
I have a Bob that just
dad jokes. What does dad jokes? Here's your dad jokes. What does a gingerbread man use to keep his bed warm? A cookie sheet.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh, so yes, check out the missus. Oh my gosh! Oh, you want to be a producer? Oh, cash in on insurance money.
One of my favorite movies. Well, both of them.
Yep.
I still will say with producers, the original's still best because while Nathan Lane definitely could pull off acting like Zero, Matthew Broderick couldn't pull off Wilder.
I mean, I honestly can't answer that because I'm a big fan of Nathan Lane, so I'm gonna like him in anything.
Yeah, but I'm looking at this, and all of those actors, I like stuff they did from Broderick to Wilder to Lane to Zero. Lane portrayed Zero better than Broderick could portray Gene Wilder's character. He just fell flat in several of the parts, and that's nothing against any of them. It just he didn't hit the same mark.
In the Mel Brooks version,
I have major anger about all of their performances and a major grudge against all of them, and I have a lot against all of them.
Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news! Breaking news!
I just figured that.
Hey, breaking news, guys! There's breaking news. We just got photograph news reports on the ground. It's a Christmas tree lighting. It's a rare photo of the lighting of the Alderaan Christmas tree.
Oh dear God!
Is that a sequence?
Yes.
From,
10 out of 10.
Is that from X-Men 1 when the laser shoots up into the fucking sky? Oh, sorry, into the effing sky.
I don't know. Thank you, Paul.
I did not mind that. I did not mind that in X-Men 1 as much as I minded it in the first. Element? Don't you do that to me again. It's still Christmas as far as I'm concerned. But no, it was the first Suicide Squad movie. That's when it kind of bothered me. But I'm so bored with the
You
giant.
said self-deletion squad wrong.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm so bored with everybody being lazy and doing the giant energy beam into the sky. It's like the giant cosmic fart cloud. We're done with it. We're done with it. Ever since Green Lantern, although I do enjoy that movie, we're done
makes
with
the
that.
laser into the sky a trope, and what movie does it first?
Ghostbusters.
What movie has the blue laser into the sky? Is it Ghostbusters? I think the first superhero movie is X-Men 1.
Yes, the first superhero film is X-Men 1. Although it's kind of a dispersed energy in X-Men 1 because we know what the plan is meant to be. But when we're just looking at it in this generic, awful, cheap way, I don't think it was cheap in Ghostbusters because we hadn't really seen it before 1984. But when it gets to what we're looking at for the past 10 years,
Independence
guys,
Day on.
It's the difference between being the innovator and being the 5,000 repeaters trying to steal somebody else's thunder.
I think it's officially a trope on Independence Day in the early 90s.
But see, that's the energy going down, not up.
True.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's do this. Let's move into something, and we'll start to wrap up. We're over 3 hours tonight. I did not have any clue what would go on tonight, how it would go. We had Ashley, JT, and Eagle coming in, and of course we got some other great help later. You guys have come in and through the chat because we've also gotten another follow on the Twitch side. We've gotten another sub on this YouTube side.
All right.
And we are now at 530 subscribers on the YouTube side. I'm just amazed and pleased, and not just that, folks, but we actually have 24 likes, 25 depending on which. I don't know.
I just want to tell everyone who's liked.
Thank y'all for being here.
Everyone who's
Wes Cagle says hi to you,
stream. Hey, Wes, what's going on? Everyone who's liked or followed Dadman's stream, I've done some research on this. I've crunched the numbers. And Dadman, when I came on and did NCAA out of nowhere, with just with research, how did I do? Right? I did all right.
You tied me that week, 6-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, both 6-1 that week. Yep.
And I think that one game I said that the time of day would come into play actually did, because the team before them lost and they laid down to die. But I would say this: I've done the numbers, I've crunched the numbers on this. If you like and follow Dadman's stream, you're gonna get taller.
There you go. All right. All right. Well, Angry Canadian, I appreciate that you tried to get 10 people in here, but we're gonna go ahead and start to wrap up. But we're gonna do something though. Since we got so many great people on this, we're going to actually take a chance. We're going to stop and play a game with so many people here, which is which we call "Where in the USA."
Oh no!
Oh
Not
boy!
Again.
Yes, we are. We're going to do it.
Yay!
Yes. So we're going to do it. So, and I'm still. If we get 10 more in through here, Angry Canadian, I'll keep going. I'll do something else. So, what is
I have the
6-1?
faith
Oh,
that
6-1. Okay,
my
6-1.
tweet's only been out there 5 minutes. Give it 3 more.
I want to. Well, this might take us 20 minutes the way it goes sometimes. Hungry 6-1 means 6 right, 1 wrong.
Oh,
yes.
I thought it meant 6 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber.
No.
I see 11 watching now on YouTube.
11. Wow. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get it up to 20.
Or a touchdown in the extra point.
Yeah. Hi. Oh, everybody loves you. They said hello to you earlier.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey,
So-
Mrs. Hello.
Yeah.
Are you talking to me or the
Good
missus?
Morgan.
Because
The miss is there for a second. So, all right. To her. All right. Well, folks, the way this game is played.
You know, you gotta be specific.
Well, I appreciate you. You guys are great. But hey, the way this game is played, I'll give you a headline of a news story. I will give you 3 states. You tell me which state do you think this story is from? This
State
first
of
question.
confusion.
There you go. Yeah, it is. So let's put it out there. You can play on the Twitch side also. if anybody's still left on the Twitch side. But we've got, in this case, this story come from Georgia, Illinois, Ohio.
Uh-oh.
The story, the headline is, vanity plates rejected in 2023 include D's nuts and MILFs.
I just want to say I love that I'm in the center square.
Georgia, Illinois, Ohio. The choices are in the chat.
Illinois is my guess.
Ohio's not fun on a governmental level. I'm going to go with Ohio for the lane.
Rosetta says Illinois. JT says Ohio.
I'll go with Illinois.
I have with Illinois? In a private chat.
I'll go with Illinois.
What's that?
We vote in a private chat?
No, you tell me.
Vote in the public. So forever and always, people know.
I would think that these nuts would be most common in Georgia, but I think that they would have some kind of freedom of speech meltdown about it. So I'm going to say Illinois.
You're going to say Illinois, okay?
I'm going to say Illinois.
Okay. Okay. So Rosetta, Illinois, JT, Ohio, Pop, and Teague are Illinois also. Okay, Hungry. Where do you think?
Okay, Chicago's in Illinois, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, I've been in Chicago, so I'm going Chicago.
Okay.
By the way, the New York guy with these nuts, I hope he's like a pimp with like a huge Cadillac Escalade. A white one.
Yeah. Well, you got Ohio. Jess says Illinois also. Wes Cagle says Ohio. So
no, Teague, you had me going there. I thought you were going to do a Jimmy Carter thing with D's nuts and say Georgia, but you didn't.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you a little bit about these nuts. I mean, Jimmy Carter, our longest lived former president. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let me give it another moment or two. Everybody, if you're still here in the chat, put your guess in, and it costs nothing to play, costs nothing to be wrong. We're wrong all the time.
Yeah, I said Illinois, Georgia. So I will be right no matter what.
Hanging out here.
Yeah, well, here we are going to go. I don't see any other answers in the chat, but okay, well, we will stop here. We'll go with this now. Okay, let's read the headline. The choices were Georgia, Illinois, Ohio. All right. Illinois vanity plates rejected in 2023 include these nuts and MILFs.
What did I tell you? Yeah, come on.
By the way,
rejected.
I instantly guessed that
state.
just based on the nut jobs I know in Illinois, seeing as I live in East Iowa.
Illinois is a lot like New York. It's very agricultural, but it's got a few huge cities in it. I mean, it's not just Chicago. There's a few other cities there.
Look, Jess says, I know my people.
Nice one, Jess. Merry Christmas to you, Jess. Oh, beautiful.
All right. December 21, DPI, Illinois Secretary of State Alexei Giannoulis revealed some of the more than 300 requested vanity plates that were rejected for featuring potentially, quote, lewd, offensive, or even dangerous language. Giannoulis said in a YouTube video that customized license plate requests were added to the, quote, permanent naughty list, end quote, after being spotted by his team, which he said is, quote, well-versed in filthy puns, lecherous language, and sneaky swearing.
I bet they are. I mean,
yeah, they can hire some of us around here to help them.
I mean, who isn't? You'll find that in all 50 states.
Yeah. I knew a New York chick who had plates that said Quaalude, and they took them away from her. But I mean, who even knows what those are anymore? That's how old I am.
I have a neighbor who literally has the vanity plate, Mrs. PMS.
Wow.
That's
listen,
but it's very advertising what you are.
We still have not finished. We still have not finished.
I mean, don't drive too close to her.
Hold on, Teague. See, we still have not finished. Actually, Mrs. went back to sleep. I was going to tell her about what you said about that Law and Order, but that's cool. But listen, still weird to have a new Secretary of State for the car stuff, Jesse White, as long as you could remember. Oh, Jess has a vanity plate of Black Hawk's plate. All right, here we go. No, the story's not over.
Oh, there's more.
Okay. The secretary said some of the year's rejected plates included eat butts, EATBUTTS, MILFs, WOOPASS, WOOPASS, Poopsy, POOPSY, D's Nuts, and just for you, Rosetta, Iowa Sucks.
I mean, they're not wrong.
That's it. Clever is too generous a word, but they did make me laugh, he said.
What
And
are
he
you
said,
gonna
go
do,
ahead,
right?
make it clever, but please keep it clean to avoid the naughty list. So that was our first. Go
Was
ahead.
there anything on there that was maybe ironic or by mistake? Like, was Poopsie perhaps someone's like cat or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what if
But
it's a real
yeah.
name? Yeah.
But like Georgia stands against that. If you want to call your fucking car D's Nuts in Georgia, they have D's Nuts 646 in Georgia. That's how many people have that license plate.
Yeah. Upgraded to a winged wheel plate. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she unfortunately has a Blackhawks plate.
Oh, look at that.
Well,
Chicago Blackhawks are a great team.
No, last
watch your mouth.
Obscure over a vanity plate. You are an idiot.
Yeah.
All I
Last
can
son
say
of
is
Kate.
I would have a New York Jets vanity plate if I owned a car.
Yeah, last son of Kate. No space. Yes, it is spelled like that, but no K there. So we got that. So we had lost Hungry. Hungry came back. Hey, Hungry.
Yeah, he came back.
Hey, sorry about that. Sometimes, StreamYards don't like me. I get unplugged for no reason. I got to plug back in. So
did you hear the answer?
That's no fun.
No, I didn't even hear the question.
Oh, shoot.
Why? He's a
I moved on
Highlander.
without
That's
waiting
why.
for you. Sorry, Hungry. But basically, the question was, the choices were Georgia, Illinois, and Ohio. The headline was,
Whoa.
what state?
He left again.
Oh, yeah, it kicks him off. So,
StreamYards, not good.
yeah. Let's see. Let's give him a chance to get back.
Yeah. Give him a
Did
few
anyone,
minutes to
did
get
anyone
back
else
in, depending on
jump
his
on the
internet.
StreamYards deal where out of nowhere they're giving it away for $100 a year? Like that day, they're like, you have 36 hours to make your mind. It's like, oh, I'm gonna do it. Let's just.
I would have. I
move
didn't hear about it, but I would have. Hey, you there? You back, Hungry?
I'm going to try not to move in case anything goes wrong. I'm going to stay perfectly still. So what was the question so I can give an answer?
Okay. The question was, here's the headline. Vanity plates rejected in 2023 include D's Nuts and MILFs. Did this happen in oh, yeah, you did. You said Chicago.
Oh, I answered that one. I thought you went on to a new one.
No. Did you hear the answer? Did you hear the answer?
Was it Illinois?
It was.
Illinois.
Yay!
But,
I'm
here's
not
some,
going to clap.
But here's some of the others that were rejected.
Oh.
Eat Butts. EATBUTTS. MILFs. WOOPASS. WOOPASS. Poopsy. D's Nuts, and Iowa Sucks. So
I can understand Iowa Sucks. The other ones are a bit harsh.
Living in Iowa.
No, but I mean, first, if you live in an area, you're allowed to bitch about the area. Nobody else is, but you are allowed to if you live in the area. I can bitch about my town. You don't live in my town. You don't get to bitch about my town. But
that's the way it is. You sound like a real Southerner.
Well, that was what my mom taught me is the rule.
No one has that problem like me.
Or bigoted jokes is make fun of your own group, not other people's first.
Yeah,
If you're Irish, make a freaking ton of Irish drunken jokes. If you're Native, make a bunch of reservation jokes. Make fun of yourself.
Why I go heavy into Latino jokes here. By the way, everybody, if you've noticed, I picked your pocket by now.
Yeah. And you slept with our wives,
I don't
Teak.
have a pocket.
And I've also spray painted my name on all of your fucking cars.
Oh no!
Well, folks, here we go.
I keep saying the F word. I'm sorry.
Dadman,
I promise I won't do it again.
Well, as long as the biggest problem is, see, what we don't like is when it's like FFFF repeatedly. That's the big thing. But it happens, especially when we do Fortnite. Hey,
I
Jess,
would see a movie
Jess,
with
the
that
problem.
name now.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second,
RRR
guys.
was good, so
Yeah.
FFF would probably be
Hold on a
pretty
second,
good.
guys. Jess, the problem with the turn signal is like down here in Florida, when you try to use it and do it right by turning it on, the people behind you speed up. So that's why a lot of people don't use the damn turn signal. It's like everybody speeds up on you. All right, next story. Is this
real quick? In my year in living in Florida,
Yeah.
I had to leave the turbo on my car so it could have escape velocity for accidents materializing in front of me. People in Florida get to drive a little faster than the rest of us. I believe it's 75 or 65, or rather 70, where the rest of the nation is like 55. So in Florida, I've seen some helicoptering cars coming at me where like I shouldn't be here, or maybe this is hell.
Yep.
You
Well,
can
here
go
we
on the
go.
interstate
We
and
got to
South
move
Dakota
on to our
and
next story. We got to move on to our next story because I
Heard the cats. Heard the cats. Heard the cats.
Here we go. We got okay. Did this happen in California, Nevada, or Colorado?
Uh-oh. What's the question?
Maury Povich announces orangutan paternity results for a zoo.
Got to be California.
And I cannot choose Florida.
Please,
California, Nevada, or Colorado?
California.
Okay.
I'd like to phone a friend.
I'm just saying California because I hate California.
JT,
I was saying California because I lived in California for over 20 years.
Can you please restate the question so I consider what state it could be from?
Okay, everybody in the chat, you feel free to put your answers in too. All right,
Here we go.
All right.
Put it in idiot so I can understand it.
Well, all you have to do be familiar is with Maury Povich's show when he talks about who the dad is.
Maury
yeah.
He announces the DNA results are in,
is.
and you are the father or not.
I'm going to go with I think it might be the Denver Zoo. I'm going to go with Colorado.
Well, what are my choices?
Your choices are in the chat.
The question, and what is the question?
I told you the question. I'll get to the chat. California, Nevada, Colorado are your choices.
Right.
Maury Povich announces orangutan paternity results for a zoo. He basically says, and the results are in, and you are the father, or you are not the father. So did this?
I'm going to say Nevada.
Wow.
You would say
close
Nevada?
to California, so you could probably get there easily. Because I'm sure at the San Diego Zoo, they're like, we've been doing that for years. It's not even news.
That's crazy. That could be a toss-up between California and Colorado, but I don't know which one would edge the other out. I'd say Colorado.
Why not Colorado? Anywhere, actually. It's only simians.
Okay, we got a California in the chat. We only have one answer in the chat. So Rosetta said
All
California. JT said
informed.
Colorado. Hungry Boy, you said what?
California.
Okay.
California.
What did you say again?
I'll say Colorado.
Okay, and Teague,
but
you
it's
went
a
Nevada,
toss-up.
right?
Wait, where is Las Vegas?
Nevada.
Yeah, I'm sticking with that.
All right. Nobody else other than Jess has answered out in the chat. Come on, folks. I know we got at least a couple of y'all here. Just take a guess for the fun of it. You got a 33% chance of being right, but hey. All right.
That's what Nevada tells you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what they want you to believe.
Yes. All right. Well, here we go. Maury Povich announces orangutan paternity results for the Denver Zoo, Colorado.
Yep. Colorado.
There we go.
Yep. Denver.
Yep.
So in a way, I'm right.
In your mind, yes, that is accurate.
Wait. The Denver Zoo had finally announced an answer to its recent orangutan paternity mystery with the help of an expert in the field, Maury Povich. Povich, 84, hosted daytime talk show Maury for 31 years, and the show is most famous for segments where the host would announce the results of paternity tests with his catchphrase, "You are the father," or "You are not the father."
Yeah, it was all very dignified. That's how I wish I'd found out who my
it gets
my
better.
biological parents
But
are.
listen, it gets
As an
better.
adopted person, I loved that show.
But it gets better. They posted a video, and he said, fresh off receiving the Daytime Emmys Lifetime Achievement Honor, Maury Povich is here to help us announce paternity results for Siska. And basically, I'll just put a picture of it here because I'm not going to play the video, but they went all out with this thing here. It's like he's in the tuxedo. Look. I mean, they went all out for this event.
When was this taken? I've not seen Maury Povich since like 1999.
Well, this is recent. The article was December 21st, so it's a very recent article.
Okay, so he's actually aging pretty well, all things considered.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's actually
He's
kind of
from Long
impressive.
Island, and when I went to broadcasting school, I had the professor he had.
Oh,
it's Stony Brook, right?
He actually, I think it was another State University of New York system, but then the professor had just moved. I think maybe Maury went to NYU, which is more prestigious, and used to be public. It's not a public school anymore. NYU is a private school.
Wow.
Now, on Battlestar Galactica, was Moxie a chimp or an orangutan? I'm trying to remember.
I say Larry King.
I say
sorry,
in Congo were the gorillas that kill Ash from Army of the Dead. Was that a legit kill, or is it a kill steal by one of the other chimps? I mean, do we see it cleanly?
I haven't watched that damn movie for 25 years. Why are you asking me, bitch?
Oh gosh,
Laura Linney had a great ass in that movie.
Just ask ChatGPT. I'm sure it saw the movie.
That's crazy. I've heard Hungry say the word bitch so much lately that it's insane.
Well, Dadman, Bick is Latin for generosity.
Yes.
Here's the thing, Dadman. You know what? Hungry and I, we talk like almost every day in a group chat, and so he's picking up all these bad habits from me.
I know.
And he's just turning into a pettit Admiral Teague. He's like Commodore Teague. He's racist, but he's cruder. He's sexist, but he's meaner. And he has we both possess the mutant gene for average intelligence. So we're able to see these stories and say they suck.
I don't know. Somewhere in there was a question about Battlestar.
That's how I say I love you, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I want to say chimp.
It was a chimp. Okay. Yeah. The dog in the original Battlestar Galactica was played by a greater primate, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious? They put a chimp in that, like,
that's why
they did.
Yeah. Funny. Yeah.
Yep. All right. One last story.
They didn't pick that up in the second BSG. We were better off without Daggett's. Call me mean. You can't be hateful towards what do you call it? Fictional animals. I think every Daggett should be destroyed, put down right now. All of them immediately.
All right, we got one last story, guys.
It's okay.
Hey Teague, since you want to mess with me, putting down a Muppet too, putting down a cybernetic Daggett is like throwing out a bad toaster. Okay, so that's all you're up to.
Like, what?
Hey, we got plenty of toaster memes.
But the kid loved them.
We got plenty of toaster memes. We're going to have to.
I was rooting for the toasters in Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, we're going to have to rein it in because I need to get to bed in a few minutes. So we're going to have to get this. I mean, unless you bring 20 more people in, then I'll stay up.
Then you'll stay. Okay.
Let me log into my alts real quick.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let me. I want to get this third story in before we get sidetracked too far. That way, I can complete this segment of it anyway. Okay, we're in the USA. 3 states: Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee. Right?
Oh, goody.
Yep.
Okay.
Woman with rare double uterus gives birth to 2 children.
Georgia.
Did
Are they
this happen in
twins?
Georgia, Alabama, or Tennessee?
I'm going Alabama.
Tennessee.
I think Alabama's too
Oh.
cliche. It's too perfect. Yes. So I'm going to say
No,
Georgia.
I
I
don't
get
know.
you. I get you.
I live
Let me
in New
flip
York
a coin
City.
between Georgia and Alabama.
I live in New York City. I can
I'm gonna
drive to
bet in both. They're
Tennessee in
pretty
about
similar.
10 hours. I've
All right.
seen Tennessee.
I'll go.
I've seen Pennsylvania. It's Tennessee.
It's Tennessee to Teague. Okay, Rosetta.
Alabama.
I already
Alabama.
said Georgia.
Okay, Kirk, you said Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Hungry, which state do you say?
Alabama.
All right. We got a Tennessee. We
Buddy
got
says
Alabama.
Alabama.
Exactly.
Nice one, buddy.
We can have a debate on this another time. We can have a debate on that another time. Definitely opinions to be had on that. Just looking, Buddy gave us. Is anybody out there in the chat? Guess Georgia, Alabama, or Tennessee? Woman with rare double uterus gives birth to 2 children.
On a K. Oh.
There you go.
No, these children be like the twins from the movie Twins. Is one Arnie and one Danny DeVito.
All right, no, that's just
Probably.
freaky. That's just freaky. So,
Here's the answer. So you
You're
can go to
calling
bed.
what I'm saying freaky.
We're gonna
after
do- I'm
what
trying to
you
give people a
just
chance.
Dropped on us.
well, West Cagle, Tennessee, they have all the nuclear facilities here,
Oh, that's a good point. That's an
except
excellent
Mississippi. Except Mississippi. Mrs. and I were at
Admiral
Grand Gulf.
Teague will end up
Hold on,
being
hold on,
correct.
Tig. Hold on,
Watch.
Tig. Mississippi. We were on our way to Vicksburg up from meeting Clobby. We were going up to Mississippi. There's Grand Gulf, which is a state park battlefield on the Mississippi River, and they actually had a sign about nuclear fallout and stuff. There was a plant within 10 miles and had all the danger signs. They only didn't have the duck and cover sign.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I believe
So-
stage 3 of the Manhattan Project was in Tennessee.
Oh, that could be. Well, listen, here we go.
Refining,
Here's
yes.
Alabama, Georgia, or Tennessee is the story. Alabama woman with rare double uterus gives birth to 2 children.
Yes.
Alabama woman
yeah.
with two uteri.
She
and
lived
two-
in
hold on,
Tennessee at
hold
some
on.
point.
Maybe so, but we'll see. But an Alabama woman with 2 uteri and 2 cervixes has given birth to 2 babies after carrying one of them in each uterus. Wow. How is that? A combined
That was
20
just
hours.
so bizarre. It had to be in the South.
Combined 20 hours of labor.
Well,
Wow.
Was she
hold up,
quoted
because the
saying
game was the
foosball
South.
is the
Be
devil?
aware.
What's that, Rosetta?
He said it was so bizarre it had to be in the South. I'm like, well, that's all they gave us was Southern states for it. Then
Yeah.
you looked at the story and went, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was a 1 in a million. It was the condition occurs in 0.3% of women.
Well, 1 in a million, kind of like
This
the Last Jedi.
Yeah, kind of. What's that, T?
This probably would have been deemed a unviable double pregnancy, and there would have had to be a choice in New York because I would think that there's significant, and I'm not endorsing anybody's beliefs or anybody's thoughts or disendorsing
But
them.
we won't even
But I
go
would
there.
say
Let's
that
not
there's
even try to go there. Let's not even try to go in there.
Significant risks to
But let's not
just
even
the
go
mother's
that way.
life is a
But
significant
let's not
risk
even go
in
in.
that one.
Let's not even go into those issues. We're trying to keep level and having fun up here too. That's the thing we were trying to do here with this chat. So yeah, there are serious, more serious concerns, and there are ethical things, and there are a lot of that stuff too. But for what we do here, we're going to avoid those topics. We're going to stay light and fun and fluffy and have good with them.
You got
West
another
Cable's
one?
saying Oak Ridge is in Tennessee. No, I'm going to stop. That was I only had 3 tonight, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Tennessee with the nuclear facilities. Oak Ridge is where they enrich the nuclear fuel. Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay.
Good point.
Oak Ridge, yes, exactly.
Right next to Knoxville, home of the
No
SEC.
wonder. Rock Top. Oh yeah, that song. God, forget that damn thing. I had Pat S hear me sing it the other night and said I've switched teams, which is I don't know. Mine's so bad
Wait,
now
Pat
I
S
can do
switched
that quickly.
teams? What?
No, Pat S heard me singing Rocky Top and said asked me if I'd switched from the Gators to Tennessee. So
Oh, okay.
I admired
Oh.
your tenacity in doing a song.
What's that? Huh? What?
I admire your tenacity in singing Rocky Top. You went ahead and did it. You said you'd do it.
I did.
I know you really didn't want to, and you delivered.
In a sick way, I actually wanted to. That's what's so stupid about the whole damn thing. I actually wanted to. That's what's so crazy. But hey, it's all good.
Bunch of quarterback stealers.
Exactly. Well, we are on 3.5 hours. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up tonight. We got 7 people still watching on the YouTube side, one on the other. We got up to 28 likes. We got, been a great fun evening, guys. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thank you for everybody that started with me, that came on. Ashley Slashy, JT, and the Regal Rider have been here since the beginning. Thank you, Teague, for jumping on. Pop. So thanks for jumping on with us too. Hungry Boy, as always. So I'm going to go ahead and just, like I said, catch the missus in the morning at 9 a.m. Sub to her channel, help her grow even more. If you have a YouTube, Twitch, also check and follow her out there. If she's got links for supporting her channel too. So whatever you do, please helps and goes back into her channel and to help some around the house. So thank you for supporting her. I'm going to make this a fairly quick outro. Yes, Jess, thank you for this. I appreciate thing. And now we got 9 here. It's so funny. It'll Twitch the links, hit the links.
I
It always
told
happens.
you, give it 5 minutes and my tweet will work, man.
Well, we got 20 minutes. We got 20 or 30 minutes, I think. But I am starting to feel it. I do have to get up and mod for her in the morning.
So 500 Twitter followers, and I want to thank everybody who joined me to make me the most convenient YouTube channel in the world. I have 711 people who've joined me. So
absolutely.
I have to stay open 24 hours now.
Exactly. Well, no, you need to take a break every once in a while. Like I was told to take a break, and last week I slowed down a bit, and I will probably be slowing down off and on a bit. I don't really have anything scheduled much in January. There's going to be January is going to be more of a, I don't know, kind of as I feel type thing next month.
No,
I do need to slow down a little bit. We do have our anniversary coming up in January, so and that's the thing is, and we love helping people. We love supporting other people too. But we also have to make sure we do our thing and be ourselves.
March Madness. And when will you jump in, like an opening statement and then jump in at Sweet 16? Because I think that might be the way to do it.
No, we will start. I'll get Whoop and we'll start early. Yeah, Rosetta, what's up?
I was just going to say, I have to do one more shameless comment before this ends. Remember, my 40th birthday is in 3 days.
Yay!
I want attention. I want gifts.
Yay! Yay!
And I keep posting my wish list for gifts on Twitter, so pay attention.
Yeah, go follow Rosetta on Twitter. You'll definitely see it. Follow Teague, Culture Republic, all these great people.
Thank you.
And where they are on Twitter. And I'm going to, like I said, this next couple months are going to kind of be a lot of impromptu stuff. I just, and getting sleep. Last week I was sleeping so much that, it just caught up. One Thursday I took the night off. But hey, you'd be ready for impromptu chill chats or something, which is usually me and maybe a guest or two, as we do. Different than like tonight, where we actually started late and did a late night thing. Look for us Fortnite Fun with Friends. I'm sure there'll be Fortnite in the daytime tomorrow, if not tomorrow night too. Late night with Dadman and Friends, which is like what this is. Like I said, Hungry Boy helped get us off the start and come up with a name on this. Where we kind of have a roving panel of gangsters doing all kinds of silly crap. Like Admiral Teague says, Stony Brook Seawolves will win March Madness easily. So you're welcome, Last Son of K. And y'all spread the word about my channel, the Mrs. channel. Help us continue to grow and, keep going. And especially the Mrs. because she's really trying to monetize and make this a career. And thank you.
Be
also
there for Mrs. Dadman. And by the way, you should cash advance yourself money for that advice. We give gambling advice here.
Yeah. Well,
we don't actually give gambling advice.
No. But follow YouTube and Twitch have my videos at Dadman Walking 55. X or Twitter has my Dadman Walking 55. That's where you want to. But also, like I said, where I really pitched the Mrs. show. She's a different type of morning show. She's a different type of show, period, than what you see. She's out to, like she called it, morning musings with Mrs. Dadman and Comic Relief Crusader actually helped with that name. And she, come by, drop by, and just have some fun, have some laughs, and enjoy your coffee, and just none of the drama, none of the pop culture stuff. It's just something different, and come by and then catch her build streams, and just, she's just going to grow from there, and, support her in any way you can. But thank you all for being here, and everybody say goodbye. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, all.
Bye-bye.
West
Bye-bye,
Cato said happy
everybody.
birthday to you, Eagle.
Happy birthday and Merry
Yep.
Christmas
Bye, everybody,
to everybody.
and Merry Christmas. And in
Thank
2
you,
weeks,
JT Kirk.
Merry Greek Orthodox Christmas.
Good to see you again, JT Kirk. Catch you later.
Good
Bye,
to see
all.
you too.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
all.